Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Get rid of this intro. Let me get rid of the intro. Get out of here. All right, we got the intro going. How are y'all feeling today? Earpiece in. All right. James Woodard in the building. Good morning, fam. Thank God it's Wednesday. What's going on? Right there. Good morning, Charmaine. Good morning, Latika. Not me setting my alarm for your stream. At work, busy. Not wanting time to get away from these people. Glad to have you here, as always. Always glad to have you here. C. Brown Run. What is going on? Good morning. Beast in the building. Good morning, Beast. Ivy League Mac. Good morning. Good morning, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, I did not do all 22 yet. Stream just starting. I do have an update for you regarding all 22, but I haven't done that yet. Wet 11s, what's going on? I'm just here, just got in from work. I appreciate you. Zedric, what is going on? What's going on?
You about to lose your job. You about to lose your job.
Good morning, Marie. All natural. What's going on, man? Welcome back. Hopefully my bot is not on your neck today. Every once in a while, my bot just picks a person, and it's like it's nothing they could do right in the chat. So hopefully my bot lets you live, man. Hopefully he lets you live. Good morning, C.A. Anderson. Seattle is watching. Seattle in the building. From ESPN this morning, coaches I've talked to think Gabriel is slightly further along in his development than Sanders, who has the bigger arm and frame. That's funny. Zedric, did you see that on X? Did you see a video? Where did you see that at, Zedric? Where did you see that at? If it's an article, you should be able to put the link in there. Zedric, if it's an article, put the link in there if you could. Put the link in the chat if you could. Beast, I'm a supporter of Shedeur, but I got to be honest, Shedeur got some things to work on missing reads. We're going to get to it today. We're going to get to it, Beast. We're going to get to it. There were a lot of screens and boots on Sunday versus San Francisco. Noted one NFL personnel evaluator who watched the game. You can tell they are trying to protect him, which you want to do with. I would say that's half true. Okay, got it. Daniel Foussier tweeted. All right, cool. I got my X up right here. I would say that's half true. I would say there were not a lot of boots. They were running one boot. They were running one boot where it was to the left side. They would have the tight end chip. If the tight end went in the flat and nobody went with them, they would throw it to him. He on that play, he threw one time to Harold Fannin. They ran the play again. He threw it to David Njoku, and then a third time they ran that play. He got Gage Larvadan for that first down of 10 yards. So kind of right on that. But the failure with the offense was in the second half, the lack of playing off of the running plays that they had so much success with. So I would say that's what it was. Let's go, Daniel. Let's pull up Daniel. So I don't fully agree with that. I don't fully agree with that. Not fully. This is going to be a legendary convo. Dillon's fiance stepped in. Man, oh man. You see it on the rundown. So today is very crucial that I hit all the points on the rundown that are on the thumbnail this week. Because we really got to get to it. We really got to get to it to have just a good, honest conversation about what is happening and what's going on. Dillon Gabriel is farther along in the process, but not by much. I don't know if I agree with that, Jeffrey. Just watching the film, both of them have things that they need to get better at. Both of them have things they need to get better at. For some reason, this year in this offense, quarterbacks are hesitant for some reason to throw to either Dillon is hesitant to throw to certain places on the field. Shedeur doesn't trust throwing to certain receivers. So it's two different situations. I don't think it's processing. After watching the film with Shedeur, it's not that he's not seeing it. It's not that he's not seeing it. Shedeur is looking at certain guys, and he does not trust they're going to do what they're supposed to do on the play. That's what it is. At this point, I've watched the TV copy twice, and I watched the all 22 maybe 3 times at this point. This is not. I don't know what's happening. This is not happy feet like everybody's trying to say. So I just think people. This is the problem that I'm seeing when people are trying to speak on this. They are using formats. Jay Gruden falls for this too. They're using formats where they're trying to get so many points across. They are not explaining. So they are saying things as a blanket statement. Jay Gruden said Shedeur's footwork was terrible. Then when you watch the film, it was one play that he was speaking on mainly. So it's like, was his footwork terrible for all of his dropbacks, or did you see you didn't like his footwork on one play, or was it 2 plays you didn't like his footwork? So they're using sweeping statements, and I think that's why we are not having honest conversations about this. We're not having honest conversations. Big Dog 2018, what's going on? Big Dog 2018 says Dillon sucks. Dillon is not physically capable of doing some of the things that are asked of him as a QB1. That's what it is. DG played 6 years in college. He still sucks. Jeff to be saying stuff. See, this is the thing. I don't think Jeff is having. I don't think Jeff is having a dishonest conversation. I think Jeff is saying what he feels, and we can go back and forth because I don't think he's trolling. I think he views things a certain way. I'm perfectly fine with us having a back and forth, even if we don't agree on it. Because I believe Jeff is having an honest conversation. He's saying what he feels. I don't think he is here parroting things that he's heard other places. So I can rock with that. A lot of people are not having honest conversations. An honest conversation doesn't always have to end and we agree with each other. An honest conversation could be we see it differently, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. The process, but it's not equate until anything. Flacco struggled too after the first game. Yeah, he did. The DG Shedeur conversation is hilarious, knowing the defenses don't play them the same. Lucrative vision. I agree with you. And welcome to the stream. Keith Hunt, Jersey in the building. Keith, how you doing? Welcome in. But the difference is Shedeur Sanders is getting better. Dillon Gabriel stayed stagnant. I agree with that as well. I agree with that. It's Judy. The times he forced it to Judy has led to picks. Tillman quitting on routes. Zedrick, that's where you're starting to get to an honest conversation. If you go back and you watch all the film, don't look at this one game and say Shedeur doesn't want to throw it to Judy for this. Go back to when he first stepped on the field. His first interception was because him and Judy weren't on the same page. In that same game, he had Judy going up the sideline. Judy stopped running on the route. In that same game, he had Tillman running up the sideline, which almost caused an interception and touchdown. Tillman stopped running on the route. So this stuff is compounding from game to game. In this game, In the fourth quarter, Shedeur's in the pocket. They run a play where Gage Larvardin is right in front of him, and behind that, Tillman is supposed to run across the field, flash across the screen. Tillman is jogging at the top of his route while Gage is trying to make something happen. So it's multiple times where guys are not doing what they're supposed to do. There's way more to it. There's way more to it. Shedeur is seeing it, but for some reason he comes off the first read way too many times. I notice he comes off the first read when it's certain people. That's the biggest takeaway I had from watching the film this week. Doggy Bone, what's going on? He do not trust Jerry Jeudy, and I don't either. Charmaine called it. You called it. You were right about that. I wouldn't even play Jerry Jeudy. He's just another guy. That's when we really get to the Wyatt Teller conversation with Wyatt Teller. Wyatt Teller had one rough game last week, played a way better game. Wyatt Teller is getting benched, and all these guys making all these mistakes never been benched. You got to ask yourself questions about that. We're going to have a really good conversation today, y'all. It's going to be a really, really good conversation. Right? Dillon ain't cause he can't Shedeur because he don't trust Jerry. Yeah, Shedeur don't trust Jerry Jeudy. Shedeur don't trust Jerry Jeudy. He don't trust him. That's just put a period right there. Stefanski got them scared to make a mistake. The heat is on him now. NFL legends are saying he is processing. He is processing. He is looking right at Jerry Jeudy and deciding not to throw the ball. It is not, I don't know where to go. He is looking right at him and is like, I don't think he's going to sit down where he's supposed to sit down at. I think he's going to keep moving, and he is not throwing him the ball. Shedeur be looking at open receivers and not throwing it. Yes, mainly Jerry Jeudy and Cedric Tillman, mainly. Check out what's happening with Wyatt Teller. Kevin Stefanski said he's injured. Wyatt said he's not injured. He's mad that Wyatt likes Shedeur. He had his highest rated game Sunday. Oh, we're going to get to it. Marie, we're going to get to it. It's definitely on the rundown. They're trying to sabotage Shedeur again by messing with the O-line. That's not that great already. We're going to get to it. When I say we're going to have an honest conversation about this, we are, because the same people that I always told y'all we shouldn't be trusting, now they don't trust them. What do you know? Good morning, Maya. Jeff may be honest, but he is clearly wrong. See, I don't mind that. I don't mind it, Keith. As long as it's an honest conversation, we can have that. And then nobody is, being disrespectful towards the other person. I'm cool with it. It's times I'm gonna be wrong. On Sunday, y'all were here. On Sunday, it was a play where Shedeur rolled out. He ended up taking a sack for 11-yard loss. On the play, I thought Shedeur was not outside the tackle box. Marie said, "You got to throw it away," and this is perfect timing. Good morning, Detroit Gemini. In the comments, Marie said, "You got to throw that away." Detroit Gemini said, "You got to throw that away." I said, "I don't think he was outside the tackle box. He couldn't throw it away." I went back. I watched the all 22. He was outside the tackle box. He was trying to make a play to I think that was Gage Larvardin he was trying to make a play to when Cedric Tillman wasn't run through his route. I was wrong on that. So everybody doesn't have to be right all the time. I would say the difference with people is I couldn't wait for Detroit Gemini and Marie to both be here to let them know that they were right and I was wrong when I went back and watched the film. That's the difference. Jerry Jeudy was getting open against the 49ers, though. There are a lot of plays where he's open. Jeffrey, I agree with you. He was open. Shedeur don't trust him. He was open. Shedeur don't trust him. Jerry Jeudy has the most drops in the NFL. If I'm Sanders, why am I throwing to somebody who can't hold on to the ball and can't catch it? I don't even care. I don't think Shedeur cares if he drops it or catches it. He wants him to catch it, but I think he doesn't believe he's going to be where he's supposed to be. That's what I think. How are these wide receivers stopping their routes and expecting to get the ball? It makes no sense. That's it. That is it. That is why the misses. So in my breakdown, I counted 5 misses by Shedeur. 3 of those misses were to Jerry Jeudy when he was the first read, and the play was designed to go to Jerry Jeudy. 1 of those misses was to Cedric Tillman, and one of those misses was David Njoku. It's the critical play that everybody's critical about. David Njoku was the one who flashed open, not Jerry Jeudy. They were baiting Shedeur. They were baiting Shedeur on that play to throw it to Jerry Jeudy. David Njoku was the one who should have been upset on the main play that everybody is highlighting, because David Njoku flashed, and the linebackers have been doing a good job of passing off guys as they ran through their zones. On that play, they didn't pass off David Njoku, and he was wide open. So David Njoku should be upset on that play, not Jerry Jeudy. Not Jerry Jeudy. Shedeur Sanders spoke on not trusting him after the game. That's it. What's going on, Craig? Sometimes the answer is very easy, but we don't want to accept the answer. He said, I don't trust him. When we're in practice, we practice it this way. This is how it's supposed to happen. We get in the game, it's not happening that way. Sometimes the answer is right there. So when people say, oh, he's not seeing it, he's not processing it, all those things, it's not that. He's looking right at Jerry Jeudy, and something is off in his eyes about what Jerry Jeudy is doing. That's the difference. The issue is with coaching and the coach. They are not on the field, but they're supposed to have the team prepared. And to my eyes, they don't look prepared. Coaching nightmare. I told y'all a long time ago, coaches need to go. Now everybody saying the coaches need to go. I've been said the coaches need to go. So at this point, I play the, I play
You
this.
about to lose your job. You about to lose your job.
I play this, but I've been said the coaches need to go, and I never changed my view of the coaches need to go. I always felt like he needs to go. I've seen this play out multiple times already. I was going through something when I was younger. I was going through something. Oh, man, we got Van in the building. Van, what's going on? We got Van here live. What's going on, Van? What is happening? When I was younger, I was going through something. I'm going to tell y'all, I don't tell y'all a lot about my personal life. I keep my personal life personal, but every once in a while it's necessary to just let y'all know how and what things are. So I was going through something with the girl I was dating. My mom asked me a very tough question. You want to know what she asked me? If this person is who they are and they never change, could you be with them? I'm sitting there, man, you would have thought somebody punched me in my chest, knocked the wind out of me. Because the answer was no. The answer was no. I can't be with that person. But I just never wanted to get to the point of having to make the decision. The same way with Kevin Stefanski. Kevin Stefanski got to go. There's nothing he can do to change. He is who he is. When someone shows you who they are, you believe them. You don't convince yourself that they are something they're not. Everybody going out here telling people Kevin Stefanski is a good coach, they did not watch Sunday's game. That was a coaching disaster. Coaching disaster. So if you were standing up for Kevin Stefanski after that game, you were just showing me that you want him regardless of results. So that's what it is. Kevin Stefanski is who he is. He's not changing. A tiger can't change his stripes. They can't do it. Where we at? I just look at Jeudy this whole year. Bad habits, bad attitude, no accountability. I would agree with that. There was once or twice where he didn't throw it to Harold Fannin as well. The one play where people were saying he should have thrown it to Harold Fannin, he was trying to wait for Jerry Jeudy to get deep. That's on the overthrow. That's the one where he should have threw it to him. There's one other time, but I don't believe Harold Fannin is the first read on these plays. So when I'm saying he missed somebody, I'm saying he missed the very first read. He got to the top of his drop, the first person he's looking at, and he missed him. That's what I'm calling a miss. I'm not calling a miss if Harold Fannin is the third read on the play. I'm not calling that a miss. I'm calling a miss when they schemed up a play that was right from the beginning, and he looked, and he didn't trust that receiver. I'm calling that a miss. That's what I'm calling a miss. I'm glad we have this community, but honestly, I hate that Shedeur was drafted to this awful team. This should not be his intro into the NFL. He worked hard to be going through this. If When it's a young bird, they just throw him out and try to teach him to fly. So if you come into the ideal situation, it could slow down your development. So if you go into a bad situation, and if you believe in Shedeur Sanders, you should believe he can come out on the right end of this, whether that's with the Cleveland Browns or another team. So I don't mind it. Is it ideal? No. But it's trial by fire. He's getting the experience. If he went to some of these greater organizations, he would be cemented as the backup, and he would be getting no experience right now. I always told y'all the one thing I wanted Shedeur to get this year was tape. I wanted him to get tape out there. I always said that. He is getting the tape out there. The bar is set very high for Shedeur Sanders. The bar is set very high. You got first-round draft picks that stats look very similar to Shedeur, but for some reason, they are at Shedeur's neck more than they are at the number 1 overall pick's neck. They're giving him a pass. They're just writing off the year. They're saying, oh, Tennessee's bad. Then Jaxson Dart, who he really needs to step up and change how he plays and protect himself more. He might not be here in 3 years in the league. They're not critiquing him the same level they're going at Shedeur. He's looking at Jerry Jeudy and saying, nope, that's exactly it. It was Jerry Jeudy. I wouldn't have made a decision to talk to Shedeur Sanders on the sideline. I would have waited till after the game because there's a disconnect. I agree. I can understand why Jerry Jeudy was upset on the sideline, but it's better ways to come at your rookie QB, not how he came at Shedeur. I agree with that. Shedeur stated he couldn't trust Jeudy. I agree with that. Shout out to you, Charmaine. Definitely hit the like button, y'all. How many times did Dillon miss Jerry Jeudy? Why didn't Jerry Jeudy come with that same energy to Dillon like he did Sanders? My take on this is because the way the coach has set the bar for how they can speak on Shedeur, they just continue to speak on Shedeur that way. And Jerry Jeudy said, hey, they don't care about you. Why should I? That's what I think. That's what I think. I might have missed one of Zedric. The media are trying to save his job. If he stays, Shedeur has to go. The environment is too toxic. I thought Cowboys fans are over the top. But at least we support our guys, but call them out when they need be. Yeah, that is a healthy way for things to go. That's a healthy way for things to go. I was telling everybody, give Jerry Jeudy a chance. I feel so wrong. Wet 11s, I was there too. I was saying give him a chance. But, you know, hey, I can't defend him. I appreciate that, Marie. If Kevin gets fired, there's no guarantee that the new coach will keep Shedeur Sanders because he probably wants to bring in his own quarterback. My counter to that would be, this would be my counter to bringing the other quarterback. If you're a coach coming in here and they go offensive-minded coach, you need so many things on the offense that if you take, I don't care, if you take Andy Reid, y'all. Listen to this example I'm going to give y'all. And just tell me how many games you think he would win in the season. You take Andy Reid. You take Fernando Mendoza. You put him with this team. You add an offensive lineman, probably not high in the draft because you traded draft capital to get Fernando Mendoza. How many games is that team winning? Let's say you get average wide receiver play. How many games is that team winning with Andy Reid? I think that's the biggest mistake a person could make is to not build out the boring part of this. Defensive line, offensive line. That's the boring part. Nobody want to see those guys drafted, but that is what you have to do. That's what you got to do. Got to build it out that way. Pray for Shedeur. He will get it. God got him. I think he's gonna be fine. Key Mathis, how you doing? Good morning. I wanted both of them fired at the beginning of the year. Tessa, what's going on? I wanted Andrew Berry fired. I wanted Kevin Stefanski fired at the beginning of the year. The way it's shaping out, the Browns owner said Jimmy Haslam said Andrew Berry has to knock this draft out the park. He said Kevin Stefanski has to win more than 3 games. So far, if we're looking at who has done what the owner has said he requires of them this year, Andrew Berry is doing that. Kevin Stefanski is not. So if you're looking at them keeping somebody, the person that they're going to keep is Andrew Berry over Kevin Stefanski. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. Doggy Bone dropping in as always.
I got money.
Let's see what Doggy Bone has to say. My guy for the Jerry Judy pass convo. When you get a chance, look up Baker Mayfield pass to Ted Johnson. Shut all that down. I'm going to look it up. And I think if you just look at how Kevin Stefanski handled handle Baker Mayfield, handle other quarterbacks, and none of these quarterbacks can see success, it's an easy reason why he needs to go. Easy reason why he needs to go. So I'm definitely going to check that out, Doggy Bone. I'm going to check that out. I saw somebody. Where you at? Clyde, what's going on? Maya Angelou, they will show you who they are the first time. I love it. Fernando Mendoza going to come in and not look good. They're going to call him trash. That's it. How come Jerry Judy's face changed when our offensive lineman stepped to him? I don't want no problems. Y'all remember in Friday? What Debo say to Red's dad? You want some of this, old man? No. You want some of this, old man? No. Example, Pete Carroll and the Raiders brought in his own quarterback, and the Commanders needed a lot of offense, drafted a quarterback. Saints spent a Rattler, so it's a promise they draft a quarterback. We always talk about this draft a quarterback thing. You have to. It's only two of them. It's two of them going to the top of the draft. The word went out a month ago that Dante Moore is going back to school. Lenore Sellers potentially going back to school because he fell off so much this year. So the two that's going to go at the top of the draft, they're going to be Fernando Mendoza, maybe Ty Simpson, because he kind of is flustering that he don't have that many starts. So really, I'll be generous and say two. Look at the teams who are worse than the Browns who need quarterbacks also. Look at the Jets. Similar record. We got to see how the record's going to play out. If the Browns end up with the 4th or 5th pick, they're not trading past the Jets if they love Fernando Mendoza. It's not happening. It's not happening. So that's just that. That's just that. The way I see it, if one goes, they all go. Ferry on Berry too, because the team put together. Yeah, I was there, but I'm changing my stance because I think if you look at it and you're grading them, one is going to stay and one isn't. That's how I see it right now. That's how I see it right now. Mendoza isn't better than Sanders. Y'all wasn't saying his name when he spent 3 seasons at Cal. Arjizzle, I rock with you. This is not anything about you, but I broke down all these quarterbacks. I did a whole series on these quarterbacks. It's all by YouTube. I was watching them every single week. I didn't just start speaking about him now like these other people. I've been speaking about him this whole year as potential people who's going to be at the top of the draft. So I understand the sentiment, but that's other people who didn't watch him. Last game, I'm going to say he was processing too fast. He needs to find that middle road, and he'll be fine, especially on his Mr. Judy. He came off him too quick on the initial read. Yeah, I don't think he trusts him. I don't think he trusts him. I don't think he trust him. Did you hear Deshaun Watson getting back on the roster and practice squad? How you doing, Shirley? I didn't see that. We could get a top wide receiver and left tackle with our 2 first picks. Stick with Shedeur and give him a year. Brent, that's what I see. That's how I see it going. Clarity, what is going on? Welcome back. Driving, can't comment, but listening. I appreciate you, Clarity. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, safe travels to you. Safe travels to you. Make sure you focus on the road. All right, so let's get to this thing, y'all. Let's get to it. If the Browns could get the number 1 pick, Kevin Stefanski is not going to develop him properly. Look what he did to Shedeur Sanders. Yeah, at this point, if you believe Kevin Stefanski is good at rating these quarterbacks or developing quarterbacks, then you just out your mind. KC, what's going on?
Broncos country, let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride.
Shanithia, what is going on? How you feeling? I don't think it's trust. He saw the zone bits. Linebacker dropping the zone initially. Which play are you talking about, Lenoris? Are you talking about the play where oh, I don't know who y'all talking about there. Yes, I see Deshaun will practice today. Deshaun practicing today? Did they open up his 21-day window? A plane in flight. The plane must follow the flight pattern. Shedeur coaches tell him to play. Shedeur is not missing an open receiver. He is following instructions from his coaches. It could be a combination of that. If it's on the miss to Judy. See, on that, are you okay? Which miss? So there was a couple of them. So when Judy was running the route that's very similar to the route he ran versus Minnesota, I think they were baiting him. That's what I think. I think they were baiting him to make that throw. If you look at the cornerback's hips are turned. He's ready to shoot under that thing. That is the play that everybody put all over social media at the end of the Baltimore game. I think the miss on that play was David Njoku cutting across the middle of the field. That's what I think. The deep pass to Judy. Okay, got you. On the deep pass to Judy, you are correct. He did initially move off of Judy too fast when he was coming across the middle of the field. They got synced back up, and he started going out deep. So we agree there. We definitely agree there. All right, update about the All-22. So if you were here last Wednesday, my stream got taken down. Man, they got taken down. They took the videos from it. Everything was crazy. So my stream got taken down twice last Wednesday. I end up, Lenoris, you were right. He did miss the first window. I agree with you there. On that play, we're on the same page. My stream got taken down when I was doing the All-22. What happened? So normally, if you play something on YouTube, your stream will still stay up. They will process your stream through YouTube, like through their AI will view it to see if you have anything that's copyright. They will let you know, hey, this is copyright. You can't show it. That is not what happened last week. Last week, my stream was reported. So YouTube is not watching every stream and pulling down streams. My stream was taken down because someone reported me for playing the All-22. That's why it was taken down twice, and I wasn't allowed to continue that stream. So moving forward, I can do some steals from the All-22. We can break down the All-22. But on YouTube, I cannot risk another strike like that, because if I get another one, I can't live stream for 7 days. Now, I know what other people do on their YouTube, and that's fine for them. I just have to do things based on how my YouTube is going. So that's what happened last week. That's why I got shut down. That's why I got shut down last week. My stream was reported twice for copyright. That's from a person. The NFL was not watching me put up the All-22. A person reported me last week. So that's what it was. The situation is this. I do have the Patreon. I have paid access on Patreon. I have free access on Patreon. I have more control on Patreon. More control. So, if you would like to see the All-22, you can sign up for the free version of my Patreon. You can sign up for the free version, and I can unlock the video for you so you can watch my film breakdown. I just got to have some guardrails up. So I got to have some guardrails up with how I do things. But I still want to have that available for you. And it's not going to be, it's not going to be behind the paywall. Just sign up for the free version and I'll unlock it for you. So that's the update on the All-22. We're going to get some steals. We're going to talk about it. I'm still going to draw on it. I'm still going to show you all the things. But if you do want my breakdown on all 22, sign up for the free version of my Patreon. If you are choosing not to, you don't want to do paid version, that's fine. Sign up for the free version, and then I'll unlock the video for you. So that's the workaround. So I can still offer you what I was offering you before, but I just got to protect my channel based on what happened. So that's the update on all 22. That's the update on all 22. Just to be transparent and let y'all know. Let me see what's going on with Deshaun Watson. Let me see what's going on with Deshaun Watson so we can get this thing started. Let me jump on X real quick and let's figure out what's happening, because we seeing some things with Deshaun Watson. We seeing some things. All right, the Browns have opened up the 21-day practice window for Deshaun Watson. Okay, got it. All right. This is what this means. They got 21 days. Deshaun Watson can practice for 21 days. He can practice for 21 days. At the end of that 21 days, the Browns either have to elevate Deshaun Watson to the active roster or they have to rule him out for the year. This is a practice window. Practice window. So I still stand by. I don't believe Deshaun Watson is going to play. I don't believe he's going to play this year. We're going to let it play out. We're going to let it play out. Don't jump to conclusions. They got 21 days. We'll have a full answer in 21 days if he is elevated to the active roster. That's what I want y'all to pay attention to. Pay attention to if he's elevated to the active roster. If he's not elevated to the active roster, don't fall for all the stuff that people are going to be talking about. Don't fall for all the stuff that people are going to be saying. Do not fall for it. Don't fall for it until he is on the active roster. I got to make that clear. We must protect ourselves. We must protect ourselves. Don't fall for it. He has a 21-day window because he's on the IR. That's correct. Yeah, he got a 21-day window. 21-day window.
Oh my God! Wow! I got money.
C.A. Anderson showing support as always. As always, let's see what C.A. Anderson coming in from Seattle has to say. Shedeur Sanders is two games in, and I'm glad the bar is set high. What rookie do you know even has a bar? It really means we believe in what he will become. He has his own high bar, legendary. We believe, be patient, watch, and believe. Talk to him, C.A. Anderson. Talk to him. If people didn't believe in Shedeur, he would have no standard. For all the people who said they believed in Cam Ward, it's funny that they just writing off this whole year. For all of the people that believed in Jaxson Dart, now they're saying he has to get his game under control with how he plays. So I'm with C.A. Anderson. Great advice. It also leads into something else. Another part of the conversation I want to have. I think they had to activate him anyway, since they could be in trouble if he didn't get the 21-day window. They got to choose. They got 21 days to determine his next status. That's what it is. 21 days to determine his next status. So we'll know if they activate him to the roster or if they keep him on injury reserve. That girl Bree, what's going on? I agree. I like it. You're right, because Cleveland media be trying to disrespect us. They are. So on the thumbnail, you see sword or shield for Shedeur haters. So when y'all tune in to my podcast, we're having conversations. We are learning more about the game, learning more about the Browns. We are learning. We have a belief in Shedeur. It's okay if everybody doesn't believe in Shedeur. But if you want to keep some sanity, use the information that you get here as a shield. Use it as a shield. Don't use it as a sword. Don't fall for the trap of going on X and trying to fight all the Shedeur haters. Don't use it to be on YouTube fighting the Shedeur haters in the comments of people who are dishonest in their conversation. Use it as a shield to know that you have a higher level of understanding of what exactly is happening. Where you at, Marie? Where you at, Marie? I got you right here. Oh, I did miss your last one. You're right. Play Deshaun, save Shedeur from Kevin Stefanski bull junk. I'm not mad. Release Shedeur, let him be great on a team that supports him where he goes. Marie, you know I need Shedeur here. I need Shedeur here. You know that, Marie. I need Shedeur here. Did I miss more than that? I did. Okay. I like that, Marie. I got you. Listen, I'm not mad. Let Shedeur chill until they fire Stefanski since he's being sabotaged. Barry playing chess. Everyone knows what's really going on in Cleveland. Kevin Stefanski is trash. I agree with you. My bad, Cherie. Marie. I almost called you Cherie because I'm talking too fast. Marie, you already know. Just tap the mic. Hey, D. Hey, listen. Bring it in. I got you. You know that. Marie, you know that. All right, I got you. All right, we back. We up. We good. I got you, Marie. You know that. That's how I want y'all to use this information. Because this is what's happening. People are using your energy to understand the game of football and your belief in Shedeur Sanders as a football player and as a human being. They're using it in a dishonest way. They are releasing videos, calling out everything Shedeur does bad, refusing to say he does anything good. They're releasing a video on Shedeur Sanders every single day. You look at their content, the most views are on anything regarding Shedeur. This is the thing about the YouTube algorithm. This is the thing about the X algorithm. As soon as you go comment on a person's video, that video, their next video is going to be shown to you. So, protect yourselves. Don't comment. Don't view it. Don't even hit the dislike button. Because they are using their hate for Shedeur against your appreciation and support of Shedeur. So you can't even interact with them. You got to let them be. You have to let them be. Oh no, you have commercials now. Yeah, Brent. Y'all been so great to me that YouTube now adds YouTube picks when they put them in, when they add the commercials. But that just comes from me getting into the partner program. So I don't have it on the high level of commercials. It's just a standard, whatever YouTube adds. So hopefully it's not too crazy. On the commercials. Yeah, Stephen A. and Two-Face Acho ain't nobody flip-flopping. That's right. Where Van at with the flip-flops? Where's Van at with the flip-flops? Art Jizzle, I got you. That's why I said, I was like, I said my part about me with Fernando Mendoza, but these other people, I 1000% agree with you, Art Jizzle. This the year of exposure. People's, places, and things are being exposed. Just sit back and eat your popcorn. KC, I agree with that. I agree. Right. There is a waste of time. God is fighting his battle and will make his enemies his footstools. Exactly. They are making money off our support. They are. So just know, if stuff is really bad for Shedeur, appreciate that, Van. Get them flip-flops out for him. If stuff is bad for Shedeur, I'm going to get up here and just tell y'all stuff is bad. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm also not going to spend 2 years talking about Shedeur is going to be out the league in the CFL quarterback. I'm not going to do that. So just protect yourselves, because they are using that support against you. And that's what's happening. So now let me show y'all something. I'm going to give y'all 2 examples. One is going to be an honest conversation. One is going to be dishonest. Who was on the ops list? Wet 11s, you funny. Let me show y'all something. Let's go here. Let's get this thumbnail down. I'm just going to show y'all. Thanks for that tip, D, because I have surely been hitting the thumbs down video. And you keep seeing the videos. That's the crazy part. You really have to feel sorry for people like that. They wake up with hatred in their heart. That's it. That's why didn't subscribe to the Browns channel. It went from 70K to 342K. There you go. There is zero honesty going on in the hate for in the Shedeur hate and fake like podcast. There you go. Do you see what's going on with Teller, the player who lifted up Shedeur? Yes, we're gonna get to Teller. We're gonna get to it. We got time today. We really gonna get to the points. We got a lot of points to get to, y'all. So, but I want to show you. I'm gonna give you an example of honest and dishonest conversation. Okay. Something like this. Mary Kay said they like something about Shedeur. Shout out to Charmaine. They do. They like something about him. They wouldn't have this much energy for him.
I got money.
Mary Kay said they like something about Shedeur. I agree with you. I agree. I called out Mary Kay a long time ago because when everybody came into the Brown space, I kept seeing people use Mary Kay as the reference, and I was like, man, Mary Kay's she's not the standard. Like, I hope y'all not using her as the standard. I hope y'all not. So, I hope y'all not. All right, so look at this right here. I'm going to read this to y'all. So, someone is saying this to Jake Burns. I respect your judgment. Out of curiosity, what would you do? Keep, fire, head coach, GM. What candidates would you be interested in? Would you draft a QB top 10? That's a fair question. Now let's click on the answer. Pure hunch, GM stays, head coach goes. The QB will be more meaningful vet or someone selected top 10. That sounds reasonable, right? So somebody just asked this person a question. So you think Sanders is gone also? I don't think he's going to be starting games here next year, so perhaps some way, shape, or form, just my opinion. Now, why am I highlighting this person? This person does film breakdowns of the Cleveland Browns. If you are already saying Shedeur is not going to be around next year, can you separate it and give a pure or honest assessment of how Shedeur is doing now? Or do you think there's going to be some subtle shots taken in that? Y'all just got to look and see. Another one, the Dogs podcast. The Dogs, a Cleveland Browns podcast. This is an honest conversation about Shedeur, comparing Shedeur's first two starts on the Browns to Dillon Gabriel's first two starts on the Browns. Just putting up the numbers. This is an honest conversation. Zedric, you see it. I miss you, Lenoris. My bad. I had my chat wrong. So I apologize, y'all. My chat was on top chat. It wasn't on all live chat. So my bad. I did. My bad. Thank you for the call out, Lenoris. Thank you for the call out. I had to adjust my chat on the fly, so I did miss you, but I got you. Let me see if I can go back and find it. I did miss you. Thank you for that, because I switched my chat. I got you. Shout out to Lenoris. Laugh out loud. I'm such a CU uncle. This dude got me watching the All 22, and I've never done this. That's that belief and support in Shedeur. The belief and support of Shedeur has people going to a totally different level to get understanding of football, of the Cleveland Browns, and of the situation. And everybody is not going to be honest about that, y'all. They're not going to be honest about it. So thank you for that call out, Norris. I did have to switch my stuff up.
I got money.
I appreciate you, Norris. I appreciate you. Thank you for the call out. I did miss it. I had my chat settings wrong. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Let's see. So some of y'all in the chat already got it. Some of y'all already got it. Zedric called it out right away. So these are the people, you just got to move away from what they're doing. You just got to move away from what they're doing. You got to move away from it. You can't keep engaging with it. You can't keep engaging with it. So Zedric put his name in the chat. I just told y'all somebody who's having an honest conversation. The Dogs at Cleveland Browns podcast. All right, so y'all can see who is being honest and who's not honest. Those are some examples for you. Those are some examples. Just to let y'all know what they're doing. All right. I've been seeing a lot of things about the Wyatt Teller stuff. So let's get to the Wyatt Teller stuff. Let's get to the Wyatt Teller situation. Let me catch up on some of these chats now that I got my chat set up right. KC, we're about to get to Wyatt Teller right now. All right, so the op list, Mary Kay. I think Batonio is coming around, but you may be right. All right, so more Wyatt Teller, more Wyatt Teller. We get into Wyatt Teller right now. Zedric, you're right. He did try to hide it. Teller loves Shedeur. His wife took up for him about his community work. She also commented on X about her appreciating 92.3 The Fan calling it out. Let's see. Two things I've noticed with him. Some supporters have called him out. He doesn't like that. They're desperate for a high drafted QB like it'll fix things. I agree with that. Shedeur's ceiling is substantially and meaningfully higher than most QBs around the league. We're just getting used to bad football. It's progressively more mediocre and ugly to watch. It's getting worse. Shedeur Sanders has game. I've been watching football for more than 50 years. His talent is crystal clear. I agree. Someone go get Dillon fiance and show her these stats. She's on the rundown. We go get to her. Mike, you are correct. Wyatt Teller, they spoke to him in the locker room. He said, I'm not injured. He said this was a disciplinary thing. That's the reason why he was not able to play. Do y'all remember when people were saying Kevin Stefanski will potentially do things to sabotage the team, sabotage Shedeur, and everybody called y'all crazy? They made nicknames about you. Those same people are now questioning Kevin Stefanski. This is the first one. I'm not going to play them long, but I want y'all to
getting ready for the Tennessee Titans. Wyatt Teller will not play against the Tennessee Titans. They said he had a calf injury.
Who said he had a calf injury?
Browns said he hurt his calf. Kevin Stefanski said he hurt his calf. Yeah. Said he hurt his calf in the fourth. But he said it was a performance issue. Something ain't right. And what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to make sense of the nonsensical, because I think Wyatt's been a fantastic lineman for this football team. And I think I don't want to turn Tevin Jenkins into a bad guy or anything, or a villain. He could end up being a good lineman, because I'm starting to wonder some things here. This whole thing seems goofy. Do you have any theories about this before I move on with this? Before I get my two theories that are possible?
The only thing I was wondering is if they thought he was playing poorly and it was because of an injury. Then they were trying to protect him.
Y'all see that? Y'all see the mental gymnastics that he's trying to go through to defend what Kevin Stefanski is doing? Y'all saw that, right? Y'all see the mental gymnastics. Y'all see it. Why can't Kevin keep his stories in line? The head coach who lies like that makes me wonder what else he's lied about. That's a fact. I don't like Lima. Hurry him up. Yeah, that's all we need from him. I just want to show y'all that now these people are questioning Kevin Stefanski, and they try to do it in the nicest way possible. The nicest way possible to question Kevin Stefanski with how he's handled things. Wyatt Teller, they asked him in the locker room. He said this was due to performance. Remember last week I told y'all Wyatt Teller looked bad against the Raiders? He looked bad. He did look bad against the Raiders. But this week, he was the highest rated lineman on the Browns. Not close. Not close. And something is off. Is he hurt? Is he not hurt? Is he hurt? Is he not hurt, y'all? Hey, Ms. Brown, how you doing? So, y'all see this. This is the Kevin Stefanski that I said he gives us no reason to trust him. Now, they don't even want to trust him. They are doing all this to figure out what is going on with Wyatt Teller. So, this leads us to some points. Why attack Wyatt Teller? You had terrible special teams play. Nothing happened with the special teams associate. He's an associate head coach and a special teams coordinator. Nothing happened with him. Nobody on special teams got benched. Cam Thomas jumped off sides to cost us the game against the Jets. He didn't get benched. Wyatt Teller, who played his 100th game for the Cleveland Browns on this past Sunday, you bench him? You bench him? So, could anybody else get to maybe Kevin Stefanski is doing some shady stuff? Maybe. So it's stuff that you have to look at. Can we add Lima and company to the ops list? Yeah, they got to be on the list. If the player says he's not hurt, then that is what it is. He knows his body. That's it, Marie. That's it. Tevin Jenkins could be a beast, but he's always hurt or injured with the Bears. That's it. He is the best pure passer since Warren Moon, not quite like the arm of Dan Marino or Brett Favre, but he is a Brady-esque passer. He is athletic. We've been spoiled with all the dual threat QBs out there, and dual threat QBs aren't looking as good as they used to. Best lineman benched. He wants to play. I agree. Kevin, why you always lying? That's it. How do we trust Kevin Stefanski? How do we trust Kevin Stefanski? Our special teams unit is the worst. Nobody got benched. And we're supposed to trust Kevin Stefanski? See, this is the issue. This is the issue I have with people. They act like it was no way possible that Kevin Stefanski could be doing Shedeur wrong. They act like it was no way possible that anything in his handle of Shedeur was wrong. Shedeur just was not ready. Shedeur was so far behind Dillon. Shedeur, remember, they used to tell us, they told us, Shedeur couldn't call the plays in the huddle. Do y'all remember that? That's how bad they said Shedeur was. They told us Shedeur could not get them lined up at the line of scrimmage. That's what they told us. When we didn't believe that, now you see it playing out with another player. The bar is set at the person you don't like. That's the bar. So when all this was happening to Shedeur, they don't like Shedeur, so they didn't care. That's where the bar is set. As soon as it's a player you like, then you start to notice it. Then you take exception to it. Then you start to call it out. Now, oh man, something up with Kevin. Okay. It's always been something up with Kevin. If he is not hurt, then I question all the times he called players hurt and the timing of it. You have to. You have to at that point, C.A. Anderson. You have to. So they're in a weird spot. They're in a weird spot. Everybody went out there and said Kevin Stefanski would not do anything that was not trying to win. From the summer, I said NFL teams actively do things that they're not trying to win. People said, you caping for Shedeur. Okay. So am I now caping for Wyatt Teller? Because y'all like Wyatt Teller. Wyatt Teller been here. Been here 7 years. 100 snaps. 100 games, 100 games started. Am I caping for Wyatt Teller? Or could there be an issue with Kevin Stefanski? Just got to ask the questions. Just got to ask the questions. That's why the conversation regarding Shedeur is not honest. That's why. My brother used to play ball. His question was, are you hurt or injured? You can play hurt. That's it. That's what it is, Shanithia. Dillon Girlfriend said lots of people want him to play, especially to the coach. Yeah, we gonna get to her. We're gonna get to her. He plays favorites. You can't win with a coach like that. We are watching a narcissist at work. Talk to him, Zedric. The funny thing is, he convinced people that he would never do anything like this, even though he's done this multiple times. He's not hurt nor injured. That's the point. Kevin Stefanski will get in his head. Guy got Shedeur. His steps are ordered. Kevin Stefanski, stop playing. No evil weapon formed against Shedeur shall prosper. That's it, y'all. Now they want to question it. Come on, man. Come on. We're not going to spend no more time with them, but we see what's happening with Kevin Stefanski. That's why I haven't changed.
I think what I hear him saying.
Let me pause that. We got to get to Dillon. So on the thumbnail, it's a question. Is Dillon Gabriel the problem? Gigi, what's going on? We trust Kevin Stefanski with our eyes wide open. We are exhausted because we can't sleep on him. We watch his neck because that's where his mouth is. That's how we trust him. Say that again, C.A. Anderson. There is nothing hidden under the sun. God will reveal all. I agree. Kevin just be stinking up the place. That's it. Kevin got to go, y'all.
You about to lose your job. You about to lose your job.
Let's go to Dillon Gabriel. Shedeur has exposed this whole organization. Kevin is losing the locker room. No, but he is part of the problem. Van giving him some grace. Stefanski did not make decisions to win. He made decisions for his personal goal, ignored reality, film, and keeps banging the square peg in the round hole. I agree. Kevin and Dillon cut from the same cloth. Talk to him, Detroit Gemini. Now, we heard Shedeur was the circus. He brings the circus to your team. That's what we heard. What player on the Cleveland Browns has had to go apologize for saying things in the media that could be perceived as shots at another player on the team? What player has had to do that, y'all? Sabotage sounds conspiracy-like, but it's beyond doubt Sanders has not been put in a position to flourish. There you go. Coach Prime says blood or bones. You don't come out the game unless it's blood or bones. I like it. That's that old school. Dillon Gabriel is the one who had perceived shots at Shedeur. He had to go speak to Shedeur on the plane and say, I wasn't taking shots at you. He then said, the entertainers and competitors. Oh, I'm sorry. He said that first. Then he said, if you wait for the perfect timing, you'll be waiting all your life. When he said that, I said, he's taking shots at Shedeur. I said, I'm going to give him a pass on the first one. The second one, I said, nope, he's taking shots at Shedeur. Now, Pillow talking Dillon. I'm not putting this on Dillon's fiance. Dillon's fiance, yeah, KC, the bot got you. My bad. The bot get everybody. It's a rite of passage. If the bot has never sniped one of your comments, then I don't know if you've been here long enough. Dillon is passive-aggressive problem. I'll put this on Dillon. So, when Dillon have a bad game, he is probably telling his fiance, hey, they're not doing me right. They're not doing me right out here. You know, everybody wants to see Shedeur. They booing me. They saying I'm not good. Saying I can't throw the ball. You know, they coming at me crazy. She is taking that information and saying it on social media, trying to defend her boo. I understand it. I don't think it's the right thing to do. But we mainly going to keep this on Dillon. She trying to defend him. He getting crushed online. He's short. He can't play. All these things. Y'all booed him when y'all cheered when he was injured. Nobody knew Dillon was injured versus Baltimore. The announcers didn't know. The TV crew didn't know. Nobody knew. They just saw Shedeur coming out. Everybody was hyped. She was wrong about that. She was wrong about that. Now, who could tell her everybody in the building wants to see me play? Everybody in the building? Everybody in the building? You said commercial settings are a stream? Let me see. It should be set to the lowest one, Brent. Let me make sure I didn't do anything wrong. Yeah, it should be set to the lowest. It should be set to the lowest settings. Yeah, it should be set to the lowest. I don't know if I can change it once the stream starts. But I have it set on the lowest ones. I don't have it ramped up or anything. Yeah, I don't have it ramped up. My bad about that. This is all coming from Dillon. All of it is Dillon. All of it is him. Dillon is the problem that they told us Shedeur was. Dillon is the one that told us. Dillon is the problem they said Shedeur was going to be. Shedeur hasn't had to go publicly apologize or clarify things in the media about his team. He doesn't have anybody coming out. It's Dillon. This whole time. Let's listen to Debo and Joe. Let me hit a couple of y'all comments first. How could Shedeur have brought the circus to Cleveland when Kevin Stefanski was already here? That's right. Dillon is as shady as they come. Kevin has ruled him out for the game. So since the coach don't want him to play, he can't play. He just wanted us to know it's not because of an injury. Kevin Stefanski tried to put out a false narrative. I agree with that. Dillon needs anger management. It was telling when he lost his cool versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Kevin had people believing Dillon was the man and set him in the line of fire. I agree. They're true. He is short. He can't play. Yeah, commercials are in the stream. So I know they will be in the stream. I got them at the lowest settings. I can't adjust them while it's live, but I'll just make sure. I'll make sure they're on the lowest. Because the way it should have been was when you first come to the stream, it's supposed to put a commercial, and then after that, it's just supposed to go. I haven't seen a commercial yet. Dillon had nervous breakdown, not concussion. That's why you can't find him. I think he's hurt, but can't play. His mom deleted a tweet yesterday stating he got hurt from the rotation. Man, his girl can't hold water. DG is part of the problem. The ultimate culprit is Stefanski and the 32 NFL plantation. DG slurs against Shedeur are from jealousy because Shedeur has thrown a monkey wrench into DG's shine. Yes. Instead of Dillon Gabriel facing what he is and trying to get better, he's putting the blame on Shedeur. He's putting the blame on the Browns. He's putting the blame on the fans. He's putting the blame everywhere else except getting better. Let's hear their interpretation of it.
And as a man that is doing a job that she has not done, has not coached, has not played in, you now think you have played in the NFL because your fiance plays in the NFL. Now you know more because you are going to marry an NFL player. Nope. And then on top of that, you're putting him in crosshairs.
Yeah,
You're putting him in the crosshairs because who else is he talking to while he's laying in the bed? No, actually, everyone in the building wants him to play. So who told you that? Were you in the building? Were you talking to other players? Were you talking to the coaches? I doubt it. 110%. Doubt you was in talking to any coaches in the offices or to the up front. So that must be something he's telling you. So now you got him having to go back and answer to or have people looking at him a certain way. Now because you done said to her, oh yeah, everybody want me to play. They just hating, you know what I'm saying? They want to They want to give him a chance. You know what I'm saying?
This is equivalent, Debo. Do you think this is equivalent to like somebody's, like when we talked about previously, people's fathers going out there and saying things about their sons?
If my father,
I'm just,
if my father is a ex Hall of Famer, he can say whatever he want to say. Because
What if
9
your
times out of
dad
10,
didn't
I
play in
done
the
put
league?
him up to it.
But what if your dad didn't play in the league?
Okay.
But what if he didn't play in the league?
Did he play football?
Yeah, he played football.
Did she play football?
The analyst Stephen
Did
A.
she play
Smith.
football?
Stephen A. Smith didn't play football.
What did she analyze?
I mean, no, she didn't analyze nothing. It's just
Tell me where she was an analyst at. She coached the Powerpuff League?
No, Debo. She ain't coached nothing.
Okay. So what makes her qualified? Because her fiance is Dillon?
No. No. What makes if a dad didn't play in the league and his son, so if a dad didn't play, he played little league football, that makes him qualified to be able to speak on it more than if somebody that didn't play football at all? Like little league?
When you paraphrase my fiance to give yourself credit, I have a problem with that.
Okay.
I'm not going out here and saying my defensive coordinator, Dick LeBeau. No, I'm coming as James Harrison. You had to paraphrase that so it gave you credibility?
I mean, yeah, no, I understand what you're saying, but I just don't
like this, bro.
Joe Hayden didn't want to speak on this. Early in, Joe Hayden was like, I don't really want to touch this because his fiance. Just put the onus on Dillon. It's on Dillon. That's what it is. It's on Dillon. It's on him. It's on him. All right, let's see where I leave off at. I think I got that one. And Travis's wife commented on one of Dillon's girls' vids, says a lot. Yeah, I left that whole situation alone with his wife. Shedeur ruined DG's potential shine. I think that's what DG needs to tell herself to sleep at night. But DG was never going to shine, unfortunately. I think I got that one. His current girlfriend is going to make things worse for him. When your girl goes to war for you in the media, shows weakness. Yeah, it's not good. Not good. Dillon is hurt, like Teller is hurt. Shedeur Sanders looks like a QB. DG does not. That's just the simple facts of it. NFL is no place for weakness. I agree. Keith Mathis, I've seen a few commercials. It's all good. Get your money. I appreciate that support, Keith Mathis. Right? Dillon never had a concussion. He came back too quick. He was back pretty quick. I'm sure they met at the Heisman ceremony and she was going through her own stuff at that time. Potentially. Birds of a feather flock together. That ex-Hall of Famer, yep, because he was justifying, hey, if Coach Prime say something, speak your mind. Shedeur didn't make him throw that safety. He did not. Little League football is still more football than the Karen girlfriend. She said, I'm standing by my man, y'all. She did. I have to give it to Baker when everyone was on his neck. He's kept his head down and worked. That's it. Jay Harrison, a bad man, one of the best. I agree. You not a couch. I mean, coach. Yeah, you not a couch. You are not a couch. Let me see. This is how I feel about it. Where did it go? Where did I save it at? When she says, Asante, what's going on? What's going on, Asante? When she says everybody in that organization wants him to play, she forget that they gave him every single opportunity since he signed his contract? Since he signed his contract, he was given every opportunity. Shedeur Sanders is only on the field because Dillon Gabriel could not take advantage of the situation that they put him in. If Dillon Gabriel went out there and balled out with all his opportunities, with everything they gave him, every opportunity, he would still be the starter. Somebody needs to tell her that. Nobody is clamoring to get Dillon Gabriel back out there. Dillon Gabriel is what he is. He is what he is, y'all. He is what he is. Okay, got you. What women or girlfriend you know can get away with making jokes about her man's team and the team be okay with it? None of them. I have to constantly remind myself that these are young folks because I really wanted to go off on her. That's why I said I'm just going to more so keep it to Dillon. But Dillon was not done wrong in this situation. Dillon was given every single opportunity from the very beginning. From the very beginning. Dillon had opportunities given to him when he wasn't performing, when everybody said he was looking bad in training camp, when everybody said he was looking bad in the joint practices, he still was given opportunities. He was given reps when Joe Flacco was here. He was given all the reps when he was a starter. They built the offense around him, not throwing the ball deep. They have their rollout package. All the rollouts are going to the left. So Dillon was given every opportunity. Dillon fumbled his opportunity by leaving room for Shedeur to come in. This is all on Dillon. And that's why I blame Dillon in this whole situation. This is on Dillon Gabriel. This is on him. He is the one who could not take advantage of his opportunities. And instead of him recognize he could be getting better, he is blaming everybody and she is accepting his blame of everybody else. That's what it is. Somebody got to tell her he had his opportunity. He couldn't take advantage of it. Somebody got to tell her. She is a couch with a lot of pillows. Her mess up was not a mess up. DG is on the couch talking smack. That's it. She also had an incident with a woman and her handicapped child at a game. The child was yelling for Shedeur. She got upset, calling the mom and child names, calling security on them. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. If you are going to be in the spotlight, if you're going to put your name, your image out here, you're going to accept all the things that come with being a public figure. You have to accept all the things. You need the courage to be disliked. If I could say one thing to her, I would tell her, go read that book. That's the only thing I would tell her. I wouldn't tell her anything else. Go read that book. Go read that book. That's what I would tell her. It's no way you were in the stands going at a child who gets hope from Shedeur. That is crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy. This is insane. This is on Dillon. And this also means he's not the guy for the job. He's not the guy for the job, y'all. If you can't handle the pressure of being in a quarterback competition where they gifted you the keys and the opportunity, and now you blaming the world, and she feels like she got to defend you, that means it's really getting to you, you're not the guy for the job. You're not the guy for the job. Not the guy. That's it. Deion tries not to say anything because he doesn't want to hurt Shedeur. They always speak highly of Dillon. They do. What team wants their potential starting QB's girlfriend talking smack? Where's that PR person following Shedeur? Go talk to DG. Facts. Are they going to be putting microphones in DG's face at his locker, asking him about this? Like they did Shedeur? Remember, they told us the backup is not supposed to be in the news. Remember they said that when Shedeur was the backup? Does that hold true when Dillon is the backup? We got Shedeur and Jerry Jeudy today? Let me know. Let me know when they go live, y'all. Let me know. We'll pivot this thing. Let me know when they go live. Let me know. Low key, she really did that. Yeah, that's crazy, Mike. Kevin has created this culture. He has. Facts D, I don't feel sorry for DG. After Shedeur was sacked in the Rams game, he was laughing. Oh, he gets no sympathy from me, period. Yeah, figure it out. That's the problem. DG was given. He didn't earn anything. I agree with that. People who just are gifted things, they usually don't put in the work because they don't respect it. Sounds like there's something wrong with her elevator. Kevin made him feel like he was a sure thing. They had to because he lacked the confidence. He lacked the confidence, so they had to make him seem like he was a sure thing. They had to. Where I leave off at? A couch. Yeah, Gigi, a couch. That's what she said. She said that. Them two deserve each other. I would tell her to watch her mouth. D, when I hear people say drafting QB, those are the people with racial hate. It's the system that limits QBs. Look at Flacco. As soon as he left, his numbers got better. Joe Flacco, Baker Mayfield, Jacoby Brissett. When you leave here, you get better. Where is the story so D can play it? Yeah, if y'all got a video, let me know. Is Judy going to get his hair right because this year is only experience and foundation for next year? I agree. Shedeur, Jerry Judy press conferences today. Hey, we're going to get to it. Dillon is passive aggressive. He knew what he was saying with those comments directed towards Shedeur. Yes. When it came to the second time he mentioned something, it was too close for me. It was too similar. So at that point, I was like, I can't give him a pass. He's taking shots at Shedeur. Imagine Taylor Swift commenting on football, what that would have done in the media. I agree. Or imagine Taylor Swift saying the backup tight end is better than Travis Kelce. Shedeur is such a good guy. I bet he is going to give Judy's a good game. He is. No, because they're ignoring it. That means it's bad behind the scenes. Zedric had to be real bad behind the scenes. Real bad. Lex, what's going on, man? How you? How are you? How are you? I hope nephew don't got no chicken head. Nah, Coach Prime showing him right. The woman who told the story has a YouTube and TikTok page. Let me find it. Dillon was drafted to be the backup from the beginning. He only got an opportunity to be QB1 because of Shedeur. He was drafted to be the backup, but the way this thing played out, it seemed like Kevin Stefanski wanted him to be the guy. Detroit Gemini, they done got you with a commercial. Well, it's an hour and 25 minutes in, so hopefully it wasn't too many. Dillon know he can't play. That's why he got a slick mouth. That's it. Who talks the best? The people that can't fight. So I'm not encouraging them to fight. I'm just using that as an example. With Dillon Gabriel, he knows that he can't outplay Shedeur on the field, so he has to play the game that he thinks he can play, and that's on the internet and that's in the media. The internet is saying get 3 out of Cleveland. I know y'all seen it. Yeah, they at his neck. They're at his neck. We only looking at Browns, but Brady, Manning, no one won a Super Bowl first 2 seasons. Anywhere it takes time to develop, and Shedeur is growing and maturing faster than anyone could project it. I agree. Did you hear Miles basically telling him stand up for himself? Did you see Pochik stand up for Shedeur? Yep. Yes to both. We watched Miles say that after the game. Him saying, hey, the leaders, they basically give you the room to start growing into a leader, and you gotta take advantage of it and say what you gotta say. And I did see Pochik get up, and that's when everything changed. He backed away. Do you think Shedeur gonna win multiple Super Bowls in his career? Man, the only thing I can tell you is I believe in Shedeur is gonna be good. Multiple Super Bowls means you're in such a good situation, and it's been way too many. It's been way too many great quarterbacks who haven't won a Super Bowl, and it's usually because of circumstances. It's usually because of circumstances. The commercials are cool and quick, but I have had like 5. They going at y'all. I didn't know it was like that. I got on the crazy thing is I have it on the lowest settings because I remember I was watching Unc and Ocho when they first turned on ads during their streams, and I was like, man, it's like every 2 minutes I'm seeing an ad. So it's like 3 levels. It's like low, and then it's moderate, and then it's extreme. I would never put mine on extreme because the way we talking to each other, it would be very hard if I had extreme commercials on, so I didn't want to do that. Moderate, I don't really see the point of just overloading y'all with commercials. So I put it on the lowest one. Shedeur got them bodyguard. Yeah, he not anybody Shedeur talking to, you won't even see a picture of him. So he's doing it a certain way. Let's check out something real quick. If y'all see the Browns start doing press conferences, because it's about 12 o'clock, let me know. I don't know if it's at 12 o'clock or if it's at 1 o'clock today. I'm going to hold on.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great coach. He knows how.
We should still be doing more. I mean, I guess when we're that just as a whole.
Definitely.
All right, we got Denzel Ward up at the podium. Do y'all want to watch Denzel Ward at the podium? Y'all want to hold out for Judy and Shedeur? Let me know what y'all want to do. The team is starting to feel Shedeur. Fannin is such a good guy. Yeah, I like Fannin. When Teller picked up and supported Shedeur, Stefanski didn't like that at bench him. Something's going on. Something is going. If at minimum, you have to say something is not going right. At minimum, you have to say something is not going right. If you are not open to saying something's not going right, then I just got to look at if you truly are willing to criticize or critique anybody with the Cleveland Browns. So, all right, we got Marie says yes. We have Denzel Ward here. So let's go, Denzel Ward.
I'm happy for him and looking forward to seeing him out there.
Denzel, with Miles kind of bearing down on the sack record, you know, when he gets it.
Let me get the sound up. I know this ain't loud enough for y'all. I know the sound is not up loud enough for y'all. Let me get the sound up. All right, here we go.
Let's take pride in that, just as a whole.
Definitely. This game, you know, you can't do it without everybody. And, you know, we're looking forward to the day he, like you said, when he gets that sack record. And but it takes all of us doing our job to help him get that. And, yeah.
Denzel, I don't know if you're on the punt coverage team or not.
No.
But what do you think of that DK? He's a receiver, but he's 21 yards.
Yeah. Yeah, Er's a fast guy, able to make plays on there, but yeah, I'm not a returner. I am aware of him, though. I'm aware of him.
When you look at that,
You think the Browns' starting receiver is on punt coverage? What we doing, Tony Grossi? What are we doing? Come on, man.
Titans team, they're 1-11. What stands out to you as a threat besides maybe Cam Ward's running?
I mean, hey, it's a team that's trying to come in here and beat us, and so it goes vice versa. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to go in and get a win, and that's what both sides are trying to do. And so that's the threat right there. Who's going to come out on top?
Denzel, you guys
True, man. I agree with that.
short fields on Sunday, and I know Miles and some of the other guys were like, we should still be doing more. I mean, I guess what are your thoughts on that? And when you are in your own territory at that point, like what should you guys as a defense be doing?
Yeah, obviously we want to play complementary football, but wherever position that we're in, if we're given a short field, we got to be able to come through for our team and get a stop and not allow any points on the board. And so we just got to do a better job at that, and we got to continue to work at that. But yeah, whatever the opportunity or opposition is out there, we got to make it happen, make it work, and get the ball back for our offense.
I know a few weeks ago you talked about not getting targeted a lot.
Yeah.
Have you seen any more come your way since we did?
Not really. I think I got maybe one target last game. I don't know, but no, like I said, it's just much respect. I know a lot of coaches be telling me after the game, like pretty much like we're not coming at you, and that just respecting my game as a player and stuff like that. So you know, I appreciate that, but still trying to find ways to do what I can out there to still do my job and take away my side of the field and execute. And once that ball does come, I'm gonna be there to make a play on it.
Is it tough not to relax when the ball's not coming your way for whatever many plays in a row?
Yeah, that's a great question. You just always got to be ready, but yeah, we can't get complacent out there, and you know that ball's gonna have to come at some point. So just being ready once your number's called. But just knowing I can still affect the game in other ways. I'm still affecting the game by covering guys and you know taking that first read away. And but yeah, just got to continue to stay locked in on my assignment and then being ready once it does come.
How do you keep the energy, the juice, and all of that when you guys are 3-8 and still feel like you have everything to play for?
I believe so. You know, this is a game that I prayed and dreamed of playing all my life. So just to be out there and have more games to play, you know, we got 5 more games or something like that left. I'm just going out there enjoying being with this team. And going out there trying to make plays and do what we can to get a win. That's always the goal, to get the win. But just having fun, that's the biggest thing. Have fun out there. And, yeah, it's still more to play for. You know, we still preparing for next season as well. So you want to put good stuff on tape, on film, and just see what we got.
When you go through a tough season like this, it's easy for guys to play for themselves, so to speak, and maybe tune out the messaging from Kevin and the other coaches. Just how have you seen this team navigate this difficult time, and
and also too, you know, it does feel like
I agree with that too, man.
to you guys is still resonating with
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we like he's gonna say like we're gonna go through tough times, but it's gonna bring us together. We gotta all stick together and continue to stick as a team. You know, it's only gonna make us better in the long run. Whether that's if it's not this year, next year. You know, it's preparing us. Everything affects everything, and you know, we're just stacking bricks and stacking the foundation and the team together, bringing the team close together as we can, and it's gonna pay off in the long run.
Any thoughts on the Big Ten championship game?
Oh man, you already know where I'm going with Ohio State Buckeyes, man. I can't look too far. I'm gonna say national championship, but can't look too far though. You know they're gonna make it happen this year. But rooting for those guys, and I'll watch them every game.
I assume you were happy with the result on Sunday.
Say it again.
I assume you were happy with the result on Saturday.
Oh yeah, it was a too long coming for those Buckeyes. You know, when I was there, I didn't lose to those guys, but no, I'm glad they were able to get it done. Shout out to Coach Day and the Buckeyes, man.
Did you collect any friendly wagers with anyone in this room?
No, I should have got on Mason. I should have got on Mason, but no, I didn't. I didn't bet with anybody.
Why is you know, Kevin Stefanski been able to stick with you guys as a team? What is it about him as a head coach that makes it easy for you guys to follow?
Yeah, I mean he's a great coach. He knows how to how I put it in words to connect with us, connect with each other, and I mean we got his back and he got our back, and we're all in this together. It's not no one person or one coach. You know, we're all in this together. Our record is all of us. You know, it's not. Yeah, the head coach and the top usually takes all the blame, but it's not just them. You know, we all got our issues and problems and things that we got to work on and get better at, and we're going to continue to do that. But, yeah, he just continues to let us know that we're all in this together, and, you know, things are going to change at some point.
Do you feel like you're a leader of the team, Grant, Miles? I mean, you guys are really setting the tone for making sure that the level of play stays really high. Have you taken it upon yourselves to do that?
Oh, definitely. It's just, taking pride in our work, and we still going out there and competing. It's a guy across from you trying to beat you and make plays, and, you know, we're just not trying to allow that. We're just trying to still hold our standard of football and, you know, bring everybody else's play up with ours as well. But, yeah, there's still a lot to play for, like you said.
Denzel, you've said you believe you're playing your best ever this year. Do you attribute that to just the evolution of you being in your 7th or 8th year, or how much does Schwartz make you a better player?
Yeah, Schwartz definitely made me a better player. I think it's a cumulative of a bunch of things, like I say, experience being in the league. But, I mean, I said it since Schwartz got here. Like, he helped raise my game to another level, just his defense and his expectations, you know, putting high expectations on myself and everybody. And, you know, as a competitor, and for me, like, I enjoyed that, wanting to go out there and show people that I'm the best and I could go get it done, and, you know, I can be that guy for this team. So, like I say, he's raised my play in a bunch of ways, and he's a great coach, great person, and, you know, I can't say enough great things about him. But, man, he's an amazing coach, though.
Good.
Thanks, man. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right. That's Denzel Ward. Let's see if we got anybody up next yet. Let me just go live.
Being out there with you.
All right, we got Shedeur on the mic. Let me get it to when it started. Y'all know the media is going to be on some mess. So let's see. Where does it start? All right, make sure we get the full time. All right, I got it going right now. All right, the sound is back. There we go.
How's everybody doing?
Good. Kevin said that Deshaun's going to practice for the first time today. How much are you looking forward to him being out there with you?
I feel like it's great he's going out there to practice. I know he's been working hard to recover and doing everything he's able to do for this day.
And how has he been a help to you, just maybe with installing the game plan, or just, they keep talking about how much he's been a help to you guys. Can you share a little bit of that?
Yeah, what we do in there, we're going to keep it in there for sure.
Your relationship with Cam has been documented, obviously, due to the pre-draft process, especially. Just how excited are you? How much have you gotten to know him, and then how excited are you to obviously you don't go against him head-to-head because he's not on defense, to sort of duel with him on Sunday?
Well, I would say I'm just excited for an opportunity to go out there and play. And being able, last week Sean wasn't the best, so just having the opportunity to go out there and play.
Shedeur, you talked about feel. It has to be a feel for you. Just where have you felt like you that feel has gotten better with the start you've got?
I'll say day by day. Live action by live action. I see my faults and I see, what I do good and what I need to work on. So I definitely take that in consideration whenever I go and prepare everything I do. And if I need to see more pictures of certain things, then I got to do what's necessary for me to be successful.
Is it hard to stay patient as you're growing as an NFL quarterback?
What you mean by that?
As you want to be great right away, but maybe it takes time to be great. So do you have to be patient as you develop?
I don't view things as like patient. I guess that's the outside world. That's not nothing I live in. Within my world, I think I'm more determined and focused on knowing I got to do what it takes to get the results, for the team, for us that we need, to be successful. So I think it's certain things that certain areas that I need to improve in quickly, and just because I'm a rookie, that's not really an excuse out there,
Sure. What would you say is kind of the nature of your relationship with Cam, and what was it like, training alongside with him during the pre-draft process?
And Cam competitive is always fun, getting out there training with him. And then, we both ended up getting drafted and we both went our separate ways, and that's really everybody that played in college with almost. Everybody's focused on what they got to do, and it's all love, whenever we see each other.
But not a lot of communication since the draft.
I would say we don't really communicate with any players. Even I play with Colorado at, all that stuff will probably happen later on down the road, but not right now. We all focus on what we got to do to be great.
You got a lot on your plate of being the quarterback now. Does playing against Cam add any juice to this day for you?
Nah, I think it's not nothing extra, within myself that I'm thinking, just playing against another opponent, it's another week. It's a lot of great quarterbacks, week by week that we play against. So I wouldn't say this adds anything.
Shedeur, the CBS cameras captured a sideline encounter between you and Jerry.
Yeah, we resolved that. We're not going to speak on that. So,
if you guys were cool with each other then.
yeah. I would hope so.
Sean, what's your relationship like with Jerry? What has it been like since you've gotten here and since you've become a starter?
I would think, like, when I'm not playing and when I'm a starter, it's the same. I wouldn't say people treat you better, just that you start now, like it's normal,
Kevin says
you talked about how, you had to get more time on task to see the same lens. As you being in that quarterback spot, like, what do you like to do with your receivers, outside of practice to make sure that you guys are seeing the same lens?
I would say overall, just being able to get on the same page and trust. The hardest thing in this game and right now is having trust. Having trusted everybody, certain movements, certain way we make eye contact, like certain things is so detailed, and that's how I play very comfortably. So that's how I get in my comfort zone. That's how I get in my bag. That's how I'm able to do that. So it's different because this is a different year. It's not a traditional way. It's not a traditional situation, and that's okay because it's a challenge. And I know we're going to be able to overcome the challenge, but it just expedite everything, and you just go out there, and just take risks. It is what it is.
Shedeur, you talk about some of the areas that watching the film back that you know you want to improve on. What are some of those areas that you've been targeting?
Like I say, I would take, go out there and just pull the trigger. Well, nah, that's not a great term. but what I mean by that is like go out there and see it and just hit it, you know? Like see it and hit it. Don't really understand that trust my eyes, understand everything that I've been studying, and the game, you know, I'll say is slowing down a little bit for me, and just trust what I see.
Kevin has talked about how Deshaun has been helpful in meetings. Can you kind of open that?
Yeah, they just asked about that.
That's something that you would talk about, not just on the sideline, but how it's helping you guys in meetings.
Well, I'd say for sure what we do in the meeting room, you know, we keep to ourselves, you know. Y'all able to see what we able to do in public and whatever, but whenever we in the building, we kind of keep that between us.
Is trusting your eyes and taking risks the same thing, kind of?
I'll say trust takes time. Trust takes time. Taking risk is like, you know, it's hope. It's seeing it, but then it's a bit of hope, you know, in there. I think if you just met somebody, it's going to take you a little minute to trust them, right? To trust their directions, to trust what they see. If you backing out a parking spot and somebody just directing you and you drive your car, I don't think you just going to trust for sure everything they say and everything. So I think it takes time and time on task and being in different battles with each other, being able to see, review everything. So that's where I'll say the trust component comes in.
When you have a little bit more of that feeling, will that translate to probably getting rid of the ball a lot better?
Yeah, I would say sometimes when sometimes I look for the big play, you know, and I do that when I feel like I'm pressing. Like I feel like we don't have when I feel like we need to get a spark, we need to get an energy. That's you know typically when I do that. Whenever we stagnant, you know. So that's something I review with myself, and I know in those situations I can't do that, you know, at certain times. But that's just something, you know, I live and I'm gonna grow from in doing that. And just, you know, trusting the team, trusting everybody, you know, that things are going to be all right.
I guess it's a good play is literally a couple of seconds, right? And there's so much you have to process. How much thinking, like, when you're in the middle of a play and you've got the ball in your hand, right, and you're kind of going through what you're seeing on the field, Matt, just what is that experience like? And, you know, how do you balance the thinking, intelligent part versus the instinct part of the game that happens in those 2, 3, 4 seconds?
I would say it definitely comes from preparation and studying. But like I said, it all comes down to the trust thing. It comes down to time on task, comes down to reps, comes down to all that different type of stuff, you know. And I know I have to think and I would say do things just a little different because the lack of their time that we have on task, you know. So I have to adjust kind of like my process a little bit, you know, and for us to be able to have consistent success and for us to be able to go out there and execute everything.
How do you have to adjust? How do you have to adjust your process? In what ways do you adjust your process there?
I mean, I just can't spill all the beans now. You're going to ask me what's the game plan this week next? But I don't know, like I say just trusting my eyes, believing the preparation I've been doing, everything, you know, has been working. And I get out there and, you know, I see it. And that's what I'm most excited about. And I know the results are going to come when they come, you know, and I feel like they're going to come soon. But the fact I'm able to go out there and I'm able to see it, you know, that's what brings me joy on the inside.
When you look at that Titans defense, does it start with Simmons, and then what else jumps out about them?
You want to know what plays we running next to?
What do you like about their defense? How Jeffrey Simmons, what stands out about him as a player?
He's a great player. You know his name, and we all know his name for sure. So he's definitely a great player, and he's a great human being. He's a great player.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Shedeur.
Oh, we skip right to Jerry Jeudy. Okay. I got to say this real quick, y'all. Jerry Jeudy look like a bad kid.
We saw the sideline confrontation between you and Shedeur. What kind of was going on there, and are you guys okay now?
Yeah, no, we spoke about it. We good.
What was the conversation about on the sideline? Was it something?
It was about a play.
Just one? Just one?
Yeah.
Did those sorts of things just happen like in the heat of a game and you just talk through it afterwards? Generally?
I mean, it's emotional sport. You know, things like that happen in football.
How do you build a quarterback's trust? Shedeur's talking a lot about trust.
Repetition.
Are you guys doing anything outside of practice in order to make sure that Shedeur's talking about seeing the same lens? Are you guys doing anything outside of practice to make sure you guys are on the same page?
Other than talk about it, and that's it. Really, we just talk about it for real.
Jerry, how frustrating is this season for you personally after what you did here last year?
It's very frustrating, you know. But you only can control what you can control and do what you need to do. That's it.
Do you try to use that frustration to fuel you or motivate you or anything?
Say that again?
Do you try to use that frustration to like turn it into a positive to fuel you or anything?
I saw that cartoon.
You know, you can't let frustration, you know, build up and, you know, cause a lot of negativity, you know. So the only way you can handle your frustration by just, you know, just trusting the process and, you know, and just keep doing what you've been doing each and every week, you know.
Jerry, you kind of talked about that last year, like when the frustration was kind of starting to mount, like making sure that you used it in a positive manner.
Cedric, you caught that?
And obviously, you mentioned football's an emotional game, but is there anything I probably would have done differently with that, you know, sideline interaction with Shedeur? Is it just kind of like that's football? Just kind of,
Oh yeah, for sure. You know, probably just what I would have done different. I probably just probably taught them off camera. You feel me? That's probably what I would have done different. You know, of course I'm gonna speak my mind and tell me what and say what I need, what I see out there. But you know, it is what it is. Football, man. Just me and Shedeur are good. You know, stuff like that happens. You know, y'all gonna make it bigger than what it is. You know, because the media. You know, that's what y'all feed off of, negativity, you know, but it is what it is. This is the life we live, so, you know, we move on from it, and I live a real life, you know, so what happened around in this locker room, you know, this real, not what's going on social media and everything, so me and Shedeur good, everything good, man, we gravy over here.
What exactly are you frustrated most about this season? What is it that's kind of getting you?
Losing, of course. You know, but I don't want to speak on nothing else, you know, just losing.
He had to get that off his chest.
Good. Yep, thank you.
All right, y'all. We see what Jerry Jeudy says. We see how he acts. He was looking guarded. He was definitely looking guarded. He's trying to tell y'all, I'm trying to do my job. It just ain't going good. Leave me alone. He took a small amount of accountability. But he said, y'all took this too far. I had to turn my comments off. Said, why y'all do me this way? Man, just funny. Jerry Jeudy. I find it funny that we hold Shedeur to a higher standard than we hold veterans who've been in the league on multiple teams too. And that's how it is. They ask Shedeur more pressing questions than they ask Jerry Jeudy. So it's the media for you. It was funny because he went off script a little right there, where he like, and y'all just taking it too far, and the media is about negativity and all this stuff, and it's like he was just waiting to get that part out. He said, "I got something to say, and I'm gonna say it." He would have did the same thing. He would have did the same thing. He said it. I would have did the same thing. I just would have said it. I wouldn't have did it in front of y'all, but I would have went the same way. One question that I wish they would have got to was, have you had any other situations like that where your frustration was at that point since you've been in Cleveland? That's a question I would have liked for them to ask him. You know, has it got to a bubbling point? Because if you say losing is getting to you, you got the potential to win more games this year than you won last year. So every athlete have a standard answer that they can say losing is getting to them. You was losing last year. Won 3 games last year. 3 games. You're at that point this year with more games to go. You have the potential to win more games. So, I think he was given some. I don't think he took full enough responsibility, and I don't think they went to the right questions, because if you just look at it, how are you more frustrated here when you got the opportunity to have more team success? That's when you see if it's really about team success or personal success. And to me, this just stamped it's about his personal success. That's what it stamped. Because you can win more games. That's when you ask a tough question. Would you rather have 30 catches on a year and win 10 games? Or would you rather have the season you had last year? That's the question you ask him. Most people are going to say, I want the season I had last year. I want to be a Pro Bowler. They're not going to say 30 catches and win 10 games. And that's how you set that line in the sand and determine how they truly feel. So he cares more. He cares more about his stats. That's what it is. So I'd rather you be like Gilbert Arenas. Gilbert Arenas, when somebody asks him, would he give up money for a championship ring? He always says no. I'd rather you just be out there with it. You know, don't dance around with it. And, you know, he was hoping like, man, Shedeur, call up the dogs, man. They getting me. Now you're upset. Get out of here, Jerry Jeudy. Yeah, he is tired, and you the people is going to keep dragging him. Yeah, it's not going to stop. So what is it? Is there an answer? Is there an answer that y'all would accept it from Jerry Jeudy where y'all would say, okay, stop going at him? He should have known that when he went to the Browns, I don't play football. I know they're a losing team. Key Mathis, there you go. It's a fact. If he wanted to clap at anyone, it should have been Dillon with hospital balls, overthrows, and thrown to the dirt. KC, that's a fact. Now, this is what I think. I asked y'all the question. Was there anything that he could have said where people would, you know, get off his back? If he would have got up there before they spoke and he said, you know what? I have something to say. I want to apologize for my actions on the sideline and how I interacted with Shedeur and how I approached him. I shouldn't have stood up my teammate. And if we have any disagreements, even though this is an emotional game, we're going to handle him respectfully, and I apologize to him. Would y'all have accepted that? If he started with that, no questions or nothing. My chat was messing up. Tell me the person's name. Tell me the person's name for the video you were talking about. I saw that you said at the 34-minute mark, but I didn't see the person's name. That's true, D. Myles Garrett said he'll trade his accomplishments for his win. He's a team guy. Jerry Jeudy is a selfish guy, and it's about self, not the team. That's it. Ask the question. Don't leave the gray area. Nope, he showed himself. No going back. So, I mean, I see who he is. I understand. But I'm just saying, like, for him, you know, me and Shedeur good, leave it alone. That doesn't sell confidence. Yes, that would have been acceptable, but he's on our watch now. See? So it's a way he could have did it better. He kind of just he making sure the smoke is there. So now this weekend, they still going to be on his neck. Yes, that is why you know he is not sincere on working together as a team. Nope, because I feel like it wouldn't be genuine. But that is not what he shows us. He's all about him. Yeah, That's why I would have asked that. That's why I would have asked that. That's why I would have asked that pointed question. I would have said, would you want your stats last year and 3 wins, or would you want 30 catches on the season and 10 wins? That's why I would ask that question. I would have taken that. I think that's the only thing he could have said that would have got somebody off his neck. How many catches did he have with Dillon? He was Dillon's go-to receiver. Her last live vid. KC, what's the YouTube channel's name? Or the TikTok person's name? What's their? I see you say at the 40 minute mark, but I don't know if it's missing the person's name. What's the person's name? He's done this all year. It's just more highlighted now. Shedeur exposing it all. Possibly I would have forgiven him, but don't let it happen again or the dog's coming out. See, I think that's cool. He could have done better, but I'll give him grace. He's still the ops though. Yeah, what's the YouTube channel's name? I see that it's on. You said it's the last live video, and it starts at the 30-minute 40-second mark. I'm just not seeing the YouTube person's name, so I can pull it up. That's what we got to get. Can't trust Jerry. He's a snake. Oh, the name of her YouTube is okay. Got it. I know her. Well, I don't know her personally, but I've seen some of her stuff on TikTok before. I think we follow each other on TikTok. All right, let's go. Oh, fair use, and shout out to her. We follow each other. We follow each other on TikTok. Shout out to her. All right, let's see.
To do is have to buy out a coach's contract, then have to pay somebody as interim, and then make sure everything. So I get it. It's a lot of pieces to this puzzle in this last couple of games of this season. And we're not the type of people to tell people what to do with their business. But what we will bring to your attention.
The woman reached out to her via DM. I saw her yesterday for the first time. She said she's moving on from TikTok to YouTube. Yeah, it makes sense. TikTok is cool. TikTok is cool to kind of get your exposure, get your bearings under you with live streaming, following the comments and all those things. But you definitely want to be the main place for live streaming is definitely YouTube. Michael Jordan needed his Scottie Pippen, Rodman to get his rebounds, play D, and compete. We need more playmakers. 2 man, I'm right there with you. All right, let's get it. You said that 30. Okay, I'm right about that time, so we're going to let it play.
Is you happen to have some precious cargo on your roster. His name is Shedeur Sanders. And however and whatever you do with other people, we ain't going to be okay with you just doing whatever you want to do with that one. So, yeah, we will say something about it. We will post about it. We will talk about it. And if it's found that there is something amok, then we're going to tell the truth about that too. Actually, Patty.
Oh my God! Wow!
I got money.
Shout out to James Woodard with the super sticker. I appreciate you. You showed up to class early today. You was the first one in the chat. You were the first one in the chat today. So I appreciate you as always for supporting the stream. Thank you for your support. Casey, am I at the right portion of the video? Because I think you said 30 minutes and 40 seconds. That's about, I started there, but we are a little bit past there. We are at the 31, 36 second mark.
I actually spoke to the young lady today, and she gave me the full
Never mind. Here we go.
explanation.
We here.
She chose not to post it because she didn't really want to kick up a dust, but she did say that she wanted to say something. And I shared with her that I would say something if she didn't feel comfortable doing it. I just wouldn't say her name and post what she shared with me. But I can clarify, I can validate and tell you what
Appreciate
she
you, Casey.
experienced. It happened. So a young woman decided to take her baby to the game. Her baby is special needs. They were sitting in their seat. Miss Zoe and her party were looking for their seats. This young lady offered to help them find their seats. They couldn't. There were empty seats where the young lady and her son were sitting, and she was okay about them sitting there. The young man, her son, very excited to see Shedeur. That was the whole point in his mom bringing him to the game. One, it was his first game. Two, he absolutely loved Shedeur. So when it came time for Shedeur to come out, of course, the young man got excited, as we all did when we saw Shedeur come out and play. And he began to call his name and call his number, and he got excited. Miss Zoe got upset and commenced to saying really foul things. And there was a verbal altercation between her and the mother. And she called the mom out of her name. And she said some other things in reference to what the baby was saying. She didn't like it. And went so far as to try to have security put the woman out. Well, that didn't happen. They then asked Miss Zoe to move because you wasn't in your seat in the first place. And Zoe reached out to the woman and shared some stuff with her in the DM as well. So when I say to you that the behavior exemplified in those posts is not way off the mark, and I get being in support of your man, but that's not being in support of your man. That's something else. That is the confirmation of your character and who you are. That baby didn't have anything to do with anything. He was excited to see his football superhero. And regardless of that, you wasn't in your right seat. This young lady helped you find a seat so you could watch the football game. You didn't agree with the fact that somebody was cheering for a different quarterback than yours. You decided to be tacky and ugly and disrespectful, and you did so in front of this baby.
Man, oh man, that's a very unfortunate situation. It's no reason to attack people over them liking a player over another player. It's no reason to treat a child this way or do something in front of a child like that. I can't go for that, y'all. I can't go for that. I can't go for that at all. I can't go for that. I can't go for that. That's not cool. That's the darkness coming to the light. That's the things that people try to get away with behind closed doors. The things they usually would type on the keyboard is happening in public places. Just verifying who they are and what their character truly is. So I can't go for that. I can't go for that, y'all. I can't go for that. Shout out to see, I know her name as Psych Nurse off of TikTok. I don't want to mess up her name. I'm going to show y'all on the screen here. Definitely go tap in with her. It is MUNIRAH small. She is coming over from TikTok, moving her live streams and stuff to YouTube. Definitely tap in and support her on her YouTube journey. Definitely tap in, y'all. So she shared that story. That's just not cool. I can't go for that. I can't go for that. No way I can go for that. That's not cool. That's not cool at all. Shout out to KC for sharing that. That's not cool at all. Not cool at all. Not okay with it. Shout out to Marie.
Oh my God! Wow!
I got money.
D, great work, bringing the receipts. Now that's sad. They will reap what they sow. Great job as always. I appreciate you, Marie, as always.
You about
know
to
that.
lose your job. You about to lose your job.
You know I appreciate you as always. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for believing in me early on and just being here and giving me some tidbits. Saying, hey, check this out, do this, because it's all worked out. So I greatly appreciate you, Marie. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Tua, man, I just saw this comment. Leprechaun and Karen walked into Brown Stadium. We all know how the story ends. Oh, zero chance of it being good. Shanithia, Dillon knows who his fiance is, who her character is. Where is this all over the news? That's why I asked the question, is Dillon Gabriel the real problem? That young man's first game, and he had an encounter with the Karen. Shaking my head. Yeah, Maya, that's not cool. Not cool at all. Detroit Gemini, birds of a feather. Everybody knows the rest. I wish she would have recorded it. She is just nasty. That is nasty. That's not cool at all. Not cool at all. Dillon's girl thinks she all that, trying to get the kid and his mom kicked out. Glad it didn't work. She going to find out the hard way. I always tell y'all stuff that, my parents said to me growing up. Something my dad said was, if you don't learn the lesson on the first attempt, it's only going to get harder. So if you mistreat people, you don't learn the first time, the next time, it's going to be worse. You don't learn on the second time, the third time, it's going to be worse. So, it's no point in just go out here and mistreat people. No point to it. But people just reveal their character. More exposure just reveals more of who you are. It doesn't change you. I believe it just exposes more of who you are. What we got next on the docket, y'all? We got to Joe.
As a man.
Hold on, I got this too loud.
It's interesting that John.
We already went to the Wyatt Teller stuff. They were talking about it on the radio station yesterday and today. John Fanta was good. Let's do some. Y'all know the situation with the All 22. My stream got sniped last week. So for All 22, it is on Patreon. You join the Patreon. You can join the free version of Patreon. I can unlock the film room breakdown for you on All 22. Just can't really risk the channel because I was reported twice last Wednesday. I would have to find it and put stills up, Doggy Bone. I would have to find it and put stills up just because of what happened with me last week in the All 22. So I got reported for that. But I do got some All 22. I just want to show y'all some things. So this is one of the plays. Let me get my drawing tool out here. Where we at? Make sure I can still see our comments. If she had real fans, they'll let her know, girl, simmer down. Your man throws dirt balls. 12 is out here with the kids like none other, and Dillon is trying to get kids kicked out. It is crazy. It is crazy. So crazy. So Deshaun Watson's coming back. Deshaun Watson has a 21-day window open, so they have 21 days to decide if they're going to activate him to the active roster or keep him on injured reserve. So let me get this out the way. Shout out to Shanithia.
Oh my God! Wow!
I got money.
Broncos country, let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride.
When people show you who they are the first time, believe them. Cameras everywhere. They have this incident. Another example of why we stand so strong for Shedeur and will not let them tarnish his character and talent. I agree with that. Just make sure you are also protecting yourselves from the people who are trying to use your support against you. Why wouldn't it let me like this? So shout out to Shanithia. I appreciate all your support. I appreciate you being on the Patreon. I appreciate your questions, everything. So just appreciate all the support, everything you do here. Thank you. Now, Shedeur kind of spoke on, he said, just believe what he's seeing and pull the trigger. Then he said that wasn't his terms. So he said, just let it go. He said he just got to let the ball go. What I've noticed is I counted up 5 missed opportunities in this game. And the missed opportunities to me, 3 were Jerry Jeudy. 1 was Cedric Tillman. 1 was David Njoku. Do I think it's the end of the world? No. Do I think these are things that'll get better with time? Yes. He is seeing it. For whatever reason, he don't have the trust in these guys yet. The trust is not there. This is a prime example. He has pocket. He has a clean pocket. Clean pocket here. Let me show y'all. Clean pocket. He got room, space. He is looking in the right direction. He's looking in the right direction. He's looking at Jerry Jeudy to sit down. This is Jerry Jeudy on the sail route. So they ran a great play. They ran a great play here. And Jeudy is there where he's supposed to be. He's supposed to let this ball go. For whatever reason, he is not trusting Jeudy is going to do what he's supposed to do on this play. That's what it is. He's not trusting it. He's not trusting it. So he's not letting it go. I would consider that 1 miss. She about to get that Travis Hunter wife treatment. Yeah, Travis Hunter wife, yeah, she was going through it. She just had to learn that you just got to move away from it and disappear, basically. Stay out of the public eye. So that's 1 miss that I counted. All right, let's go here. All right, Miss Sparks, I got you. When the stream ends, I will unlock the. Let me do this right. Let me do it right.
I got money.
Shout out to Miss Sparks. Shout out to you for being here and your comments. You've been in the chat multiple times. I do recognize your name. I signed up for the free version on Patreon. I got you. As long as 1 person signed up, I'll unlock the video so you can watch my film breakdown. This is just a way where I can protect myself from circumstances with YouTube. So if anybody else signs up for it, it's going to be unlocked. I'll unlock it when the stream ends. You'll be able to watch the breakdown of the All 22. The All 22. So I think it's about 40 minutes long. So it's a decent length. I'm doing some drawing on the screen, breaking it down, speaking. I summarize what I see at the end of it. So I appreciate you for signing up. I'll get it unlocked for you as soon as this stream wraps up. So I got you. I appreciate that. Thank you, Miss Sparks. She needs to do what the smart wives do. Get your own thing going that is away from football. I agree with that. Now this play, this is a semi-clean pocket. Now I believe they wanted to get here, but he is going to fall coming back across the screen against a linebacker. That is Dillon Sampson. I believe that's where they wanted to go. Shedeur is looking at it. He's reading it. He sees that Dillon Sampson is about to shake this linebacker. He also has Cedric Tillman. This DB is open here. Try not to get beat deep. Cedric Tillman ran a route to the sideline. Shedeur had an opportunity to throw it. He looked here first. Dillon Sampson's going to slip. He's not going to let the ball go and get it to Cedric Tillman. This is what I consider the second miss. This is where, with trust, this is a trust play, trust and timing. I snapped this picture when he's at the top of his drop. He's ready to let it go. He ended up not throwing it. he ended up bailing on the pocket this way, and then eventually trying to get it to Cedric Tillman on the sideline. So that's just trust and time. I would consider that second miss. These are all things that can be cleaned up. His eyes are in the right place. He's looking, and he's also bringing the ball up to throw it and just kind of looking at the player like, nah, I don't trust it. Then there are, aside from your film breakdown, who else do you recommend? There are so many right now. Kurt Warner, Chase Daniels. You can look at the Arena. I got them up next when Jay Gruden breaks down the film, when Cody Kessler speaks on breaking down the film. But I would stay in that room right there. I would stay in that room right there. I would go Kurt Warner, Chase Daniels, and I would look at Cody Kessler when he speaks on it, when he breaks it down, and then I would look at Jay Gruden when he speaks on it. I'll even give you something else. So if you want to determine if it's a good person to watch, if they're working to be objective when breaking down the film with Shedeur, one thing they can't say is they're over Shedeur and he needs to be off the team or he needs to be somewhere else next year. That's a dead giveaway that you're not really going to get that objective breakdown. So I would limit it to those. I wouldn't go a lot of different people because, like I told y'all earlier, people have agendas, and even with the hate, they still get more reach because they're feeding the algorithm. Jerry Jeudy thinks he is too good to practice with Shedeur. His body language has been off, and Shedeur can feel that bad energy. I think they need extra reps to get on time, and they asked Jerry Jeudy, and he just said, talk about it. Hey, we just going to talk about it until we get on the same page. I think you can talk about it with a veteran. I don't think you can talk about it with a rookie that just needs to see how your body moves and needs to see how you come out of breaks. They need to see that more. So with a rookie who hasn't had reps with you, y'all need to time on task. Y'all need to work together. If you're not doing that, you can't really expect it to get that much better. Cannot really expect it to get that much better. It's going to be what it is. So that was the second one. This is just further showing you when Shedeur is starting to roll out from the pocket, and then he's eventually going to try to make that throw. Does Chase break down the film of other rookies or 12? Chase breaks down multiple quarterbacks. He breaks down multiple quarterbacks, not just Shedeur. He breaks down he'll just go through. Let me try this quarterback. He'll break them down. Kurt Warner also breaks down multiple quarterbacks. He also said more reps. Are you talking about Jerry Jeudy? Big Facts Media? You said Jerry Jeudy said more reps? Because they asked him if like y'all could work together more or are y'all working together more, and he said talk about it. He said talk about it. So maybe I missed him saying, maybe I missed Jerry Jeudy saying more reps. I always hear Shedeur say more reps. I could have missed it though. I could have missed Jerry Jeudy saying more reps. Jeudy mad everyone is still on his neck. He is. He like, hey, Shedeur, get him off me. Tell him leave me alone. All right, got you. I might have missed that, Big Facts. I might have missed that. Shedeur is the algorithm. That's why they talk about him every day. Maurice, that's it. That's it. That's it. Even the haters, the reason why early on I said Shedeur was so polarizing because you see channels that are built off of just hating on Shedeur. That's the example of a polarizing. That's the example of a polarizing player. He did say more reps at the beginning. Okay, yeah, I missed that. Then I missed that. That's on me. I missed that. He ain't say reps after the question though. Shedeur missed a lot of passes. Shedeur don't trust. I counted 5 misses from Shedeur. I just showed y'all 2 of them. I showed y'all 2 of them so far. I counted 5 passes he missed. If people were saying more, I don't know, but I counted 5 where to me it looked like the read and the way they schemed up the play was there and he didn't take it. Some people are what they consider a miss is something different. he ain't say reps after that question. Okay, got it. Shedeur missed a lot of passes. Yeah, I was speaking on that. Have they done Cam Ward and Dart? Just curious. I only see them critiquing 12. Let me tell you real quick. I can pull up Kurt Warner. I know they're doing JJ McCarthy. Let me go to Kurt Warner, and I'll let you know. One thing I like about Kurt Warner's film breakdown, he is also trying to understand what the offense is expecting of the player. So, Kurt Warner, his last couple videos, Josh Allen, Trevor Lawrence, Brock Purdy, JJ McCarthy, Sam Darnold, Shedeur, the Rams with Matthew Stafford, Jordan Love. So Kurt Warner breaks down a lot of different guys, not just one guy. And then I told you Chase Daniels. I'll tell you who Chase is broken down to. Chase Daniel did Dak Prescott, Shedeur, JJ McCarthy, Brock Purdy, Patrick Mahomes. So the two that I told you would be good to watch, they break down more than just Shedeur. They break down a bunch of quarterbacks. What's going on, Maurice? Talking is not taking reps after practice. They ask, and he said they talk about it. That's what I thought I heard. So that's why I said I'm open. I could have missed on if he did say that they were doing it afterwards. Hold on. We're moving too quick. Moving a little too quicker. Let me slow down. I think he was afraid to throw an interception. I would say you're probably 15% right on him afraid to throw an interception. I would say if they came out and said he was the starter the rest of the year, do I think he will be more aggressive? Yes. If they say you the starter the rest of the year, we're gonna let you finish this thing out, I think he would take more chances. I think every quarterback that's played in this offense this year is afraid to throw an interception, and that is something that is not translating properly with what the coaches are saying. Dillon, you can say the same thing. Joe Flacco, you can say the same thing. So I think everybody in this offense is nervous to throw an interception. I think it's not just when Shedeur goes out there. I think it's all of them. Where do we leave off at? I think we're right about here. What is the definition of a lot of passes and a lot of sacks? Because QB missing passes against sack all over the place. Yeah, a lot is vague. That's why I try to put a number on it. That's why I said to me he missed 5 passes. So I'll tell you the number. But I'm not sure if you're asking me or Big Facts. So Big Facts, if you have a number that you would say is too many, I say always look at down and distance when it comes to sacks. Down and distance. You got to know the story of the situation when you're looking at the sack. So for me, at the end of the game, it's 23 or 26-8 or whatever the score was, and he's holding the ball longer trying to make a play. I think that is a perfect time for him to try something. I don't think that's a time where you're looking at if I get sacked here or not. I think you're trying to stretch the limit because you haven't had the reps. So you are trying to figure out what you can do and what you can't do because you weren't able to do that in practice. So that's what I would say. Some of the sacks could have been avoided if he threw the ball. I think one sack could have been avoided. Watching the film, the sack for negative 11 yards could have been avoided. Like I said, the other two ended the game, a 3rd and 16 and a 4th and 21. I don't care if you hold the ball on those. I'm not holding that against you like a sack in the first quarter. It's the end of the game. You're not going to win the game. You're not going to win the game on that play. So I'm try to see what you can do. Try to see what the limit is of what you could do on the field. But he's a rookie. I understand it takes time. I agree with you there. Did y'all hear Terry Bradshaw say he rooted for the Shedeur? The people was on his neck too. Yeah, Terry Bradshaw been all over the place. QB School, I watched him. I watched a lot of his breakdowns when he breaking down defenses and a lot of things. Like, I thought they was good. I told you my issue with QB School was, for some reason, when he breaks down JJ McCarthy, who's statistically one of the worst quarterbacks in the league this year, he did not have the snide and the disses that he had when he was speaking on Shedeur. So to me, that shows a different intent. Because before that, I looked at QB School and I was like, okay, this is not bad. He's fair with his criticism. Hey, you can't do this. This is where your eyes should be. This looks like the scheme. This looks like the plan of the play. And I thought all that was good. When, for whatever reason, when he got to Shedeur's breakdown, he was very snarky in it. And I can't rock with that, because there's something called unconscious bias, and people have it and they show it and they expose it when they're talking a lot. So to me, that is unconscious bias that I don't even know if he realizes that he was speaking that way when he was talking about Shedeur. Did you see Sean King on JB talking about how terrible Judy played in the game? I did see that. Shanithia, you know we cool that I watched JB and Sean King on that show for you, because you mentioned it to me on Patreon, so I did watch it. I did see Sean King. You know, I'm questionable on Sean King, but Sean King is being fair with saying, hey, he's a rookie. He needs to play more. Like he said, he has to trust his eyes. I think he has to trust his eyes and trust his receiver, because he said both. And if you compare, I watched every snap multiple times. When he is throwing the ball to Gage Larvin, to Harold Fannin, he throws with anticipation, he throws the ball. Isaiah Bond, anticipation, he throws the ball. When it comes to Cedric Tillman and Jerry Jeudy, he is hesitant, and that's where he doesn't trust it. That's where he doesn't trust it. Again, they're cheating 12 like a vet and not a rookie, but okay. Yeah, I agree. You didn't miss it. He said what he said, and that is talk. Yeah, I'm always willing to concede that I could have not heard it because I was doing other things too. They holding him back on purpose for not allowing him to start the rest of the season. I think they need to just come out and say, you're the starter for the rest of the year, because they have messed up quarterbacks with them looking over their shoulders. They have messed up quarterbacks. Joe Flacco looking over his shoulder. Dillon Gabriel looking at his shoulder. You at the end of the road with Shedeur, and you still have him looking over his shoulder. Just tell him the same way he went up there every week and said Dillon Gabriel's a starter, say Shedeur the starter the rest of the season. You see other young quarterbacks, when they get the starting job, he's our starter the rest of the season. That's what they say. He's our starter the rest of the season. So that is something that the Browns are doing that is not good for the quarterback. I agree with you. Because he's fighting for QB1, he's being more careful with his passes. Yeah, you can see it. And if he, for whatever reason, when it's time to throw the ball to Jeudy and it's time to throw the ball to Cedric Tillman, he don't trust that they're going to be in the right spot, even when they are in the right spot sometimes. Quarterbacks get sacked. We have to stop acting like he has to be perfect. You know what this shows, What 11s? This shows that everybody who is over criticizing Shedeur, they actually believe he's better than what they're willing to say. That's what that means. They believe he's better. Not perfect, just better. I agree. I was asking you, D, just in general, because the narrative is Shedeur takes too many sacks. No one says Dillon takes too many sacks and he has way more. They're just not being honest when they say that. They're not being honest. We watched Dillon Gabriel take sacks, and I told y'all, like, the criticism is different. That's why at the beginning of this I said, are we having an honest conversation about Shedeur? And I think the answer is no. Definitely don't even realize it. What did Sean King say? Sean King said Jeudy and other receivers cannot be flipping out on quarterbacks like that. Michael Irvin said you cannot be flipping out on quarterbacks like that. You can't do it. Mary Kay said that she has been told that Shedeur probably will start the rest of the year. I think they need to come out and say it. That girl Bree, I agree with you, D. Yeah, come out and say it. Say, hey, you're the starter the rest of the year. Just say it and let him go out there and play. How many times did he watch Jerry Jeudy and Tillman break off their routes? That's why he don't trust them. I agree with that. In previous games, since he's been a starter, they're not running through the routes. They're not finishing the play. He put the ball in harm's way because they're not finishing. So that's why I don't think he's not processing it. I think he just doesn't trust them because the ball ended up in harm's way in other situations because they didn't finish their routes. It's just a narrative because everybody takes sack. Cam Ward has been sacked the most and nobody says a word. Cam Ward owes Shedeur a gift based on him taking all the cover for Cam Ward not playing good. When he says trust, I think he low-key means trust as in personally, but he's just keeping it professional. It could be. Maybe not willing to put in the work. This is another play here. All right, so on this play, he has Jerry Jeudy. So basically, you see him. He has to get through this mess right here that's happening, and he can easily hit Jerry Jeudy, leading him to the sideline. Shedeur looked at this. He had his eyes in the right spot, and he just overthrew this out of bounds. He threw it away out of bounds. So this is another example. I think I got one more picture of that. Another picture where you see he could have got it to him. He doesn't trust Jerry Jeudy. Big facts. I just said he has Jerry Jeudy open. He doesn't trust him. He's not throwing it. What are you trying to say? Just make it clear what you're trying to say. We can have a conversation. Just make it clear what you're trying to say. Because I'm telling you, this is a miss. I don't understand. Make it clear. Make it plain for me. Shedeur played better his first game. He was free to play. They holding him back in the second game. I didn't like the play calls in the second half. I didn't like the fact that they didn't take advantage of their. I don't like that they didn't take advantage of his aggressiveness. I've been wrote that. All right, I'm trying to understand because the whole time I'm saying, hey, he missing him. All right, I'm trying to understand. I was confused for a second. I'm like, I don't understand. I'm saying he missing him. Jerry Jeudy out there playing with fairies with Tinkerbell toes on. I wouldn't trust him either. Shedeur is lethal on the sideline. He can put the ball anywhere he wants if he trusts you. I agree. And I think this is one of those instances where he didn't trust it. So he didn't throw it. And most of those instances that I saw, those were the targets. That's just what it was. On this play. Okay, got you, big facts. I thought, because I could be behind because, I'm doing multiple things. So I was reading it, and I was like, wait. We both saying that. Got you. All right, so on this play, this is the play that's very similar. You got this receiver going deep. You had Jerry Jeudy coming here. But to me, this looks like they are baiting Shedeur into throwing it so they can undercut it. The true miss on this play, to me, is... Let me get to it. The true miss on this play is David Njoku here coming across the screen because they did not handle this pass off well. These two linebackers messed it up. They messed it up. These linebackers messed it up. So I think the true miss is him not looking at Jerry Jeudy. Him not looking at David Njoku. He's actually, from the other view, the end zone view, he's waiting for Harold Fannin to come across the screen here, but he easily had David Njoku. So I would consider that a miss. Here. This is another miss. Now here, they ran right here. This receiver did this. The receiver that was here ran a clear out. Jeudy was here with a dagger behind the clear out. Jerry Jeudy is there. Shedeur, again, he's looking at him. He's looking in the right place. He's looking right at Jeudy. When he is looking on this play, it was Shedeur even went to. So Shedeur has the ball. He goes to throw the ball, and then he stops and pulls it back down. So even this one, everything in him was saying throw it, but something stopped him at the last minute to throw the ball. Something stopped him. to throw the ball. Something stopped him. So this is a miss. If he throws it to the sideline, that's an open pass, bro. Which one is easier to make? Which one is easier? David Njoku coming across the screen right in your line of sight with nobody following him? Or you anticipating and throwing it to the sideline as soon as Jerry Jeudy broke? I think some of it. I don't think we are fully disagreeing, but I think you are responding as if I'm saying Shedeur is not missing. Even though you're saying we're saying the same thing, David Njoku is wide open on that play. He's wide open, right across, directly in front of him. That's the easier throw than the outside throw. The outside throw, there's a defender that has a chance to undercut it because they ran that exact same play versus the Baltimore Ravens, and everybody said he should have threw it deep. So, versus the Baltimore Ravens, that same play, they sent blitz. So if you watch that play back, they're going to fake like they're sending a blitz the same way Baltimore did, and they're going to back out of the blitz, and he is dropping underneath it. He's dropping underneath it. Go back and watch the Baltimore Ravens play where Shedeur threw the ball to Gage Larvin in a touchdown versus throwing it to Jeudy. That is the same play that they ran right here. The defense simulated the pressure like they were going to send the pressure the same way that the Baltimore Ravens did. He dropped out of the pressure and he was underneath Jeudy with his hips open and available to undercut the pass. If his hips were, if he was in a chase behind Jeudy, we'll be on the same page. But go watch those two plays. Go watch those two plays and identify the difference. And you'll see that the best throw on that play was David Njoku because the defense busted the coverage. That's what happened. So that's another one where he's not willing to throw it to Jerry Jeudy. On this play, I believe this is going to, I can't remember if this is when Shedeur took the sack, but this is where you just got to drop it off, go to check down, don't hold it and wait for something to develop. This is where you got to throw the check down. I believe these two routes end up going deep, but this is where you just got to throw the check down. You got to throw the check down, live to see another down right there. Throw the check down, get to it early, realize that you're not really going to get an opportunity. This check down has more opportunity to turn upfield. So that's what I see. But this will come with time. Once he gets more comfortable, just saying, hey, they won this rep, I'm going to throw the check down. On this play, this was like 4th and 21, I believe. 4th and 21. He could have just said, you won the rep and threw it to David Njoku right here. But you see the sticks are right here, and this is 4th down. This is one of the sacks he took. They got to get here. He's trying to wait for something to open up deep to try to get the first down, but this is where the defense won, accept it, drop it off David Njoku, get what you're going to get, walk off. So I don't crush him for this. It's a 3-score game at this point. 3-score game at this point, but easy throw, defense won the rep because they dropped out deep. This is the one where Cedric Tillman, he had Gage right here. Cedric Tillman was to run across. Cedric Tillman slowed up on this route. He tries to get to the outside. This is one during the game, I was like, I don't know if he made it outside the pocket. This is where I said Marie and Detroit Gemini were correct. When I watched the end zone angle of the all-22, he was outside the pocket. He was attempting to get the ball to Gage. He had to accept the fact they won that down and throw it out of bounds. So this was a sack that he shouldn't have took. He shouldn't have took this sack. He should have threw the ball away. And this is where I'm showing you from the other angle. He was trying to get it to Gage, but the defender would have easily been able to undercut it, and he would have been thrown across his body to the middle of the field. That's a no-no for quarterbacks. You don't want to go across your body to the middle of the field. He's outside the tackle box because when this play started, the tackle box was here. So he should have just threw this ball away and lived to play another down. He took a sack on that play. He took a sack on that play. So it's not perfect. It's opportunity for growth. It's opportunity to get better. He just has some misses. He has some misses, some stuff that he can clean up. I don't think this is him not processing it. I don't think this is a lack of process. I think he needs more trust, more comfort, more reps, and let it go. And he does that, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. Because he's not out here saying it's nothing he could do differently. He's saying there's things I could do differently. I just have to get to them and do it differently. And I think he could do it. So I think he could do it. The nitpicking of a rookie player's second game is astonishing to me. It's like 12 gets no grace. Detroit Gemini, he's not going to get no grace because people want to get the clicks. They want to get the clicks. So when you want to get the clicks, you're going to say what invites clicks. So sometimes honesty invites clicks. Sometimes hate invites click. Sometimes rage baiting invites click. So people all take a different approach. YouTube is not a place where people are all going to take an honest approach. People are going to take different approaches, and a lot of times they're not always going to be honest. But you just have to identify when they're not honest and move on. Sunday will be better to me. I think Sunday will be better as well. I think once he just says, you know what, I'm just going to let this thing go. I'm going to let it go. Even if it's a guy I don't fully trust, if they end up doing something bad on their side of it, we'll hold it against them, not against him, and he can do better because his ability to throw the ball downfield has opened up these schemes that they can run that they couldn't run with Dillon Gabriel. So defense are playing him a little bit more honest. D, check out my comment. What do you think? Let's see. Let me find it. Everyone is on JJ Neck. I think he's going to. Is that one it, Marie? Everyone is on JJ Neck. I think he's going to get right this game because of all the backlash he got this week. Everyone is calling him trash, and he knows him being the ops is on full display. You got to bounce back. It's all about bouncing back and performing. I like to see how guys face adversity and bounce back. I want to see how they face the adversity and bounce back. That's what I want to see. So you can measure people when everything is going your way. You can also measure people with how they bounce back from things not going their way. And I think that shows way more character. Way more character. So that's what I want to see. I want to see how they bounce back. The whole team, not just Shedeur. I don't care about sacks. This kind of sacks BS only started recently, and they only use it against black QBs. He took a sack. Whoop-de-doo. He ain't throw an interception or fumble. Shaking my head. Yeah, some of the stuff that they're calling out with Shedeur, especially him being a rookie, seems extreme to me. Like the sack counting, because when it gets to him, other people have more sacks, they don't even bring it up. Other people throw interceptions, they don't bring it up. Fumbles, they don't bring it up. So it's extreme. Trash. GG. Trash. I think Judy's situation is going to help him. I agree. It's a learning point. Clyde, diagnosis. During your press conference, Jerry, you were defiant. Study the Bible. Read Galatians 5. The fruit of the spirit. Your flesh dominated the interview. Cussing is a norm to you. Yeah, he just let it out. I only watch NFL for Shedeur. If I can't say he's taking too much sacks, it's crazy. I think when they say, I think they're saying it in comparison to someone else. So if Shedeur was taking way more sacks than everybody else, I would say, man, that's something. But compared to how much he's played, and we're looking at how many sacks Dillon Gabriel took at this time, it's not a fair comparison. Not fair. Josh Allen took 8 sacks 2 weeks ago. So you say anything with Shedeur in the same sentence, band is clicking viral, everybody wants a piece. I agree. They do it with Lamar Jackson too, and he has a terrible O-line. Josh Allen, them 8 sacks. Two of Andrew's picked are ranking in the top 10. Carson number 1, Junkins 8. That's good for Barry. I agree. I think that's how Barry keeps his job. I think that's how he keeps his job. That's what I think. I think that's how he keeps it. This has been another good one, y'all. Some things we left on the table, but we'll get to as the week go along. Anybody, if you want to see the video of my film breakdown, it's on Patreon. Do like Miss Sparks did. You can sign up for the free version. I'll unlock the full breakdown for you so you can see it. But you got to go over there to check it out. Just got to protect YouTube based on what I went through last week. Hopefully y'all understand. Shout out to everybody with the support. Let me jump over here real quick. Shout out to Doggy Bone, as always. Doggy Bone, I'm going to check out that Tez Johnson and Baker touchdown pass. Lenoris, I appreciate you. My apologies for missing you first go-round. Thank you for tapping the mic and let me know what's going on. C.A. Anderson, I know you're probably at work now, but if you finish up the stream, I appreciate you as always. Shout out to you from Seattle. Charmaine, thank you for your continued support as always. Also, you being a super supporter on Patreon. James Woodard with the super sticker. I appreciate you always tapping in. You were the first one in the room today. I appreciate you. Marie, you know what it is.
You about to lose your job. You about to lose your job.
You know I appreciate you. Shanithia, you know what it is.
Broncos country, let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride.
Miss Sparks, I appreciate you. Thank you for signing up. Gigi, my man said, I'm doing too much trying to learn about football. Great live. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Shedeur is bringing that out of people. Thank you all for tapping in. It's been real. I will see y'all Friday, 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. Tap in. Enjoy the next day. Use the information as a shield. Don't use it as a sword. The shield is to protect yourself. And don't give the haters any support. That's why they're still on your algorithm. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this one. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace, everybody.